That dragon's blood-red eye was pure rage fuel, scaring the pixels out of everyone. Then boom, one massive paw smash and the door shattered like cheap glass, sending splinters flying everywhere. The boss mob loomed over the squad, flashing fangs, ready to wreck them. The three tough guys just lagged out in front of the beast, realizing they couldn't skip this epic boss battle. The ancient lizard glared at the frozen noobs, calling them unworthy trash. The salty boss roared, "You scrubs think you can step to me, the Dungeon King." Our guy didn't freeze. He dodged back, charging up for a critical hit. Jang made the call full send. He leaped right at the danger, catching the monster totally off guard. Dude jumped insanely high, gritting his teeth, maxing out his power gauge. All focus on one kill shot. He rushed the dragon, slicing it into pixel sushi instantly with his blade. The combo was so fast nobody even saw. Blade connect. Pure speed, hacks, level stuff. Dropped down low, grinning like a total winner, feeling satisfied, until the loser started to glitch into glowing dust, vanishing from the server. It dissolved into thin air, deleted from the game. The winner checked the loot pile and found a rare scroll piece inside the mess. Jackpot. He grabbed the prize, totally hyping up the drop. Getting a mythic item feels so good. Quest update. Grind for all 9 pieces or let someone else try. Jang grinned. No brainer. He accepted the mission to hunt down the rest of the magic scraps immediately. After hitting the combine button, he got a 5-star legendary scroll glowing purple. He held the item tight, staring at it, like it was the rarest drop in the entire universe. Suddenly, a shadow crept up behind the winner, stabbing him right in the back. Total camping, coward. The green-haired traitor whispered, "Sorry bro," adding that he would take the loot and thanks for the carry. Muin, that snake, finally pulled off his betrayal, leaving his friends 0 chance. Fearless Jang took a massive crit from Muin, losing 32 million XP instantly. The system voice coldly announced the heroes. Permadeath. No respawns in this hardcore mode. The kid realized how savage Apocalypse was. A unique VR world built by 1,000 geniuses over 5 years. It is basically a sci-fi action flick set in the mid-21st century, when aliens invaded through dimensional rifts. So, invaders crashed our party and totally trashed the place, wrecking the ecosystem and turning cute critters into mutant freaks. Then this wicked system yeeted everyone into a VR game, basically saying, play, or become a brainless zombie NPC. But the beta testers, huge rip for them, logged in when Sandoop's logout button was deleted, stuck forever. Everyone was shook, like, is this actually happening right now? While peeps were raging about the glitch, real-world folks, who tried to plug into the cursed system, just vanished into thin air, literally dusting away like a bad magic trick. Our guy was locked in, eyes glowing spooky blue with main character energy. Then, it hit him, 8 years trapped, just to get backstabbed by his squad in Bay. Poor dude snapped awake, IRL, brain still processing the ultimate betrayal. Jang Yi was totally salty, mentally at those snakes, wondering why they'd crush his soul like that. But a giant timer was ticking down. No pressure, right? 2 minutes and 12 seconds till the apocalypse drops. Yikes. He checked the date and his jaw hit the floor. August 28th, year 2020. Way before the game launch, he peeked out the window, curious. Just had to confirm. Reality wasn't glitch. Then the crazy truth landed. He actually respawned in the past, before the VR nightmare began. Thinking about that future, Rat knew. He swore to make him pay big time. Karma's coming. Jungi squeezed his fist so hard, it started shaking, showing just how hyped up he was. First quest, find those super rare divine talent cards hidden nearby before the servers go live. The Apocalypse system usually gave players total RNG skills, which kinda decided if you lived or died. But grab a card, IRL first, you get cheat code levels of power. The devs, at Sky, dropped 9 of these bad boys all over the map, racking his brain for the spawn points. He remembered one was on his town's tallest roof. 0 hesitation, our boy sprinted for that skyscraper like his life depended on it. He bolted up to the roof, ignoring the burn and the crazy drop. Shang Yi was spot on. The loot was sitting right there, shining in the sun. But then, some intense dude appeared behind him. Looking super mad, Lu Chungi yelled out, that everything here belonged to the corp, map included. Kid just shrugged. Finders keepers, bro. Spinning around, our wild child saw a bunch of snipers locking onto him. They opened fire, chill roof became a kill zone. Lu Shinji shouted about the harsh payback, followed by a crazy loud explosion. Jang Yi wasn't vibing with the bullets, so he ran. Glancing back for a sec, he tried to figure out a plan in the chaos. Sudden cliff looked like the end of the line. Jang Yi jumped down, hoping to lose the chasers. When he checked the clock, he saw 12 o'clock was almost here. In the clutch, he leaped as high as he could to snag that rare card. Purple Hair screamed, freaking out over the theft. Jungi grabbed his prize, ignoring the salty rage. Suddenly, his look shifted at the deadly threat straight ahead. A massive cannon charged up to delete him. A bullet zoomed with insane speed, right at his forehead, no dodging that. Weird pixels glitched his view, slowing time down. Right at noon, as if the world paused. The ammo stopped inches away. Physics broken. Creature beyond any human description appeared. A figure announced, game start, right in their heads. The god Sing signaled the launch, making the whole area shake hard. It asked Jungi if he wanted to join the apocalypse. Zero hesitation. The warrior clicked agree, ready for the new world. His body started fading into a million tiny particles in the void. Jungi vanished, uploaded straight into blue pixels took over the city, and everyone started getting uploaded to the net. Normies watched in horror, totally confused. People disappeared one by one, forced to play. A weird alien said they were going to custom worlds. Jangi was totally hyped for this crazy event, like he'd been prepping for it his whole past life. Finally, back online. My heart's racing after being away so long. Whoa, hold up. What's that shiny thing? Looks just like a legendary divine talent card, creeping up on that glow, barely breathing. So tense. That gold map was glowing super bright. I stared at it, totally gotta risk it for the biscuit. I grabbed that loot, living the dream. Finally, grabbing that map. Felt surreal. Boom, angel hair girl pops up, out of nowhere. Welcome, player 8-8-5-7. The spirit cheered cause I snagged that rare card. Unlocked the 6th skill. Copying other players. Mine to keep, with just a 1 minute. This game's got 3 main squads you can join. Pick your vibe. Elves, beasts, or humans. I had to think deep about which crew to roll with this time around. Back in the day, I always mained humans. Humans get a 20% prestige boost, which is, like, the most OP stat ever. But then the spirit dropped some huge news. A special treat just for the new. She handed me this glowing, mysterious scroll. No way, the legendary Dragon Blood scroll? How'd it get here? Kinda funny. My ex-friend stole this, but now it's mine. Since I found this rare dragon scroll, a totally secret path just unlocked. Boom, hidden dragon camp. Accessible? This changes everything. Proved my theory right. Secret factions exist. I grinned like a pro. I smashed that join dragon camp button, going for that weird, unique build. Was it the right call? The thought hit me as I weighed the crazy risks, stepped through the shiny portal, and landed in a big carriage with the whole squad. Intros exactly the same as before. Total nostalgia trip. Noobs were hyping up the graphics. Cute, but they don't know the grind yet. They kept asking, when the monster hunt starts? Clueless about the difficulty. First things first, I checked my stats. Unique skill, Flame of Hell. Dragon possession unlocked. Tiny chance to wipe the map. But still, he figured the skill was pretty sick. Even with the sketchy odds, the power payoff was totally worth it. Time for a test run. He needed to swipe a skill off someone. Jangi made up his mind, itching to start. Some bald guy was yelling about teamwork loud enough to wake the dead. Jangi tuned out the nonsense. He just slid over to borrow something shiny. He crept up on the loudmouth. With the goal of copying a unique skill, playing it cool, Baldy freaked out at the touch. Yo, why are you grabbing me? My bad. Slipped to Jangi, mumbled. Total lie, but he sold the awkwardness perfectly. Score, he copied treasure search. Detecting loot within 500 meters. That's what's up. Suddenly, the PA system crackled, welcoming the NOOBs to the apocalypse. Hope you enjoy the game. Mr. Mystery Voice called them warriors. Sounded super intense. Everyone zipped their lips to listen to. Tutorial. Phase 1 of this wild ride was starting. Jangi tried to stop Baldy. Dude, don't go out. Dangerous. The cocky guy just laughed. Kawa. It's just a game. Bruh, chill out. He smirked at the crowd, telling them to watch and learn how a real pro handles business. He stepped off the train, and weird black gunk swirled around him instantly. That was a major red flag. A massive spider was waiting right there, looking for a snap. Chomp, Baldy got instant-killed by the spider. Game over, man. No respawn button here. Jangi didn't even blink. He knew that was coming. While everyone else screamed, Jangi yelled to snap them out of it. Wake up, this isn't just a game anymore, he shouted. It's real life now. You die in here, you die for real. Physical body? Gone. He had to make them get a grip. It was fight or die time. We need a safe zone. Stat. Before the monsters get in. Finding shelter was priority 1. Jangi reached for a weird gadget on the rack, remembering the past. Back in his previous life, some dude in Car 7 used a safety hammer as a weapon. It looked boring, but it was actually a rare blue item. Envy bait. Stashed right there in the carriage was a hidden loot box only pro gamers know about. Jang popped his copy skill to ping that rare chest's location. Shungi beelined for the secret spot. He was hunting for OP looted Dragon's Breath potion. Major power for a pro fighter. Blinding blue glow burst from the cart, alerting every nasty mob nearby. Armed with his new toy, the kid hopped out, slicing giant spiders like a ninja blender. The peanut gallery went wild, screaming. They clocked that rare blue gear in his grip, fighting that many spiders took insane micro skills. The big fuzzballs got triggered, boxing him in tight. Spectators called him a total psycho, thinking he was speedrunning his own funeral. Ignoring the noise, Jungi stepped back to pose. A yellow aura lit up his hand. It was finally go time, baby. Time to introduce these ugly bugs to the dragon breath potion. He popped the relic. Boom. Zhang Yi unleashed massive dragon fire on the horde. A totally insane light show exploded, stunning every noob watching. Instant inferno. The dragon fire toasted those mobs crisp. The dude scored a sweet level up, plus 50 copper and extra HP. Fight over. He wondered if he should farm more of those potions later. The stunned crowd cried hacks, seeing him one-shot the spiders. Checking the map for City of Hope, Zhang Yi marked his next fetch quest. Suddenly, a Weedo ran into his path, acting super sketchy. Our hero eyed the stranger, wondering what his deal was. This random passer-by begged for help daughter, taken by mobs. In the past, noobs got wrecked in these woods. Despite the loot, the beggar's grin turned bloody red. Creepy. Zhang Yi glanced round and realized he was solo in the quiet woods. He shouted out to find the kidnapped girl, playing along. Checking again, the mystery dude had vanished, ghosted him completely. Weird, he shrugged it off and kept walking his route. Clueless, the fighter moved, unstalked by something creepy in the dark. Zhang Yi spotted a sobbing girl in the bushes. What was up now? Zhang Yi walked to the kid, saying the woods were dangerous and offering a safe escort. Suddenly, a purple-haired girl popped out, saying thanks. The dude was like, totally confused by this rondo who just spawned in. She said some creepy stuff about prey, totally revealing her evil vibes. Boom. Save the girl. Quest audit. Reward. A ring. If he makes it back to town, alive. He recalled how players used to grind these secret forest quests. No way he's skipping. Chance for extra XP. Pros don't skip the grind. Seeing how valuable this gig was, the pretty girl started morphing. Quest accepted. And yikes, she's a giant spider. She told him to just chill and let her eat him up. Zhang stepped to the scared girl, telling her to stay put. He'd squash the bug and walk her home. A magic weapon spawned in his hand. Ready to brawl, Zhang charged. At Spider Lady II, his gear loaded. He tried hacking her legs off, but he saw her skin was way too tanky to cut. She laughed, claiming physical damage does zip. She felt invincible. He still kept trying to slash the leg, refusing to without a fight. He dodged back, seeing his DPS was 0. No way to beat a rank 20 boss. The system warned him to bail, but the dude totally refused to ditch the girl to a grim fate. The angel spirit insisted running was the only play. His expression got intense. As he yelled, he wasn't going down easy. He leaped in, shouting that the match wasn't going to be that easy. He remembered a viral clip about a chest nearby. Hoping for the spider killer book, he popped his treasure skill. He spotted the loot box. Thanks to the radar, spotting it in the bushes, he tried to rush the stash, but the monster kept body blocking him. Legs swiped at him, but he dove for the loot anyway. Spider Lady figured out his real play. He wasn't running away at all. She panicked as he tried to crack the chest open. The monster realized it was screwed. Panic and rage kicked in. Its master plan was officially toast because some randoms went off script. Zhang Yi snatched the blue tier lightning chain skillbook right before Spider Karen could stop him. While the spider raged, he studied the spell 200 damage and limb chopping action. Nice. Quicker. Then the beast, the pro warrior, charged up his new magic toy for a knockout blow. He blasted the giant freak with sparky energy beams, hoping this new trick wasn't a total dud. Zhang Yi shouted a loud taunt at the Ooglies, daring them to eat his fresh magic newt. Boss fight. Piece of cake, thanks to that clutch loot drop. The warriors celebrated scoring an epic weapon to cap off a totally chaotic day. Zhang Yi comforted the saved kiddo and offered a glorious escort to safety. They finally rolled up to Hope City after trekking through a forest of hidden nightmares. Locals gave the new hero cities, especially that familiar Lu Chungjir dude. That rich guys, lackeys pointed Zhang Yi out as the one who swiped the divine talent card. Bro instantly got triggered. Lu clenched his fists, glaring at his contest rival. The angrier ordered his goons to keep their eyes glued to the stranger. While Lu schemed, unsuspecting Zhang Yi strolled ahead, basking in the glory of a quest. Well done. The lucky survivor girl gave her hero the sweetest look. The little kid poured out her thanks, hyped to finally be home, safe and sound. The quest reward gave the hero ring boosting luck by 55. spiking his odds big time. Zheng Yi knew that luck stats were super rare. Knowing high luck meant insane loot drops. He suddenly heard merchants screaming ads to snag customers from the passing crowd. A local smithy was pitching gear upgrades, promising 0 fees if he bricked the item. Zheng Yi calculated the odds while watching the crowd admire the craft. The onlookers cheered as the smith hammered out insanely OP gear. Zheng Yi decided to test this master's mysterious skills himself. Curious about the trick, he triggered his epic forging talent to boost upgrade success rates by 50%. He dropped his poison dagger in front of the smith, hoping to buff his new trophy. Upgrade after upgrade hit the mark, proving the Coped skill worked like a charm for the crafty player. Satisfied, Zheng Yi grinned at the huge profit potential in his future. Yi grinned. This gear-boosting hack he scored was totally OP. The plaza went nuts. 15th success on a rare epic insane RNG. Gasping for air, the dude felt wrecked. Spamming that copy skill totally drained his stamina bar. Yi knew he needed to crash before grinding any more levels. Completely wiped out from abusing his cheat skill, he dragged himself to the safe zone. Time to recharge at the tavern. He snagged a chill room, grabbing the key from the NPC owner. Finally, some privacy. Players nearby were buzzing about a hidden quest. Someone crushed in the dark forest. Yi tuned right in. Hitting level 20 ASAP was the thing on his mind as he crashed. He needed those sick class skills. Level 20 meant class change. Night Assassin, 7 epic choices. He silently swore. Payback against his toxic Muchin, just wait, I'm coming for you. Deep in the woods, our guy hunted for loot, ready for trouble. Sensing a camper nearby, he shouted for the stalker to show himself. Quit the lame hide and seek. The stalker stepped out, looking grim. Luching J smirked. That scarred troll, luck's out noob. You're trapped. He wasn't solo. A whole gank squad surrounded him, itching to fight. Suddenly, Force PK mode kicked in. Great, the system just rigged the match against him. Yi prepped his new lightning chain, ready to zap these clowns. Eat this. But the spell fizzled out. Instantly, there went his easy win. Yi blinked. Why were his skills grayed out? Then he saw the silence debuff. 2-minute skill lock. The enemy laughed. GG kid. Swinging a fist. A thug lunged. Big mistake attacking a pro. Yi casually sidestepped the sloppy Swins' agility stats were way too high. The goons panicked. He hits like a truck. Must be paid. Scowling. Loot. Call this team trash. I'll handle this. Scrub myself. Yi's blue weapon was plus 15. Totally broken damage. Lu drew his massive aiming to snipe the agile hero from range. Scarface taunted. Let's see you tank this. Smug as hell, he unleashed a rain of arrows. Lu Chengji went ham, raining death from above right on their heads. Chungi took 50 damage per hit, his HP bar tanking fast. With more than 100 arrows, he knew dodging was a big fat no. Zheng Yi unleashed the Hell Dragon, popping the sickest weapon in his kit. The bad guys totally didn't see that coming. Realizing they messed up big time, he roasted those scrubs with some spicy dragon fire. Toasting them was way too easy. They couldn't handle the heat. Literally, his stress about hitting level 20 vanished. Thanks for the loot, losers. Jingi snagged a silver moon bow that shoots meteor arrows. Hit level 20. Time to swap classes. The City of Hope, looking like a retro RPG town, welcomed the winner back. Noobs respawn at the fountain for a do-over. Zheng Yi walked to the revived haters, fake thanking them for the Lu was salty, swearing he'd get payback. Not even bothering to hear it, the winner smirked, Gelichev, and strolled off through the pretty city. He kept moving, vibing with the view. He spotted a huge dude, the job NPC, hanging near the main square. I need a new gig, he told the grumpy NPC. The officer unlocked the class dungeon and dared the leveled up player to enter. Weird wind grabbed Zheng Yi, pulling him in. Stepping up, warrior dove in to pick his future. The 7 apocalypse jobs were Knight Berserker, Sin Mage, Archer, Priest, and Tamer. Tamer was the least hype class, despite the pets. The pets grind for you, but leveling them is a pain. When training beasts, you split, loot, tanking your progress. Since items are rare, Tamers get stuck, so nobody picks it. Knight was the meta pick, cause it's OP, early on. It falls off later, but the Tamer's quirk was the that got your talent to snag 10 times the loot and build a dream pet squad. Cracked. The legendary Tamer mentor was just chillin' there, like he knew Zheng Yi was coming. The game spirit gave the hero a heads up. Pick your class carefully. Bruh, your whole future basically depends on it. Zheng Yi was stubborn though. He locked in the rare Beast Tamer class, ignoring all the it's too hard warnings and haters. Grats on picking hard mode. The system cheered as he started his unique grind to become the ultimate animal lord in the apocalypse. Job change complete. The officer at the exit gave him a high five and a nice work, kid message to celebrate. He heard randoms chatting about the city of dead spirits. Apparently, an elite mob wiped a whole squad there. Big yikes. Flashbacks of the first dungeon from his past life came flooding back to Jung Yi's brain. He realized that, with a solid crew, the boss would be total easy. He spotted a pro player in the square looking for a squad to raid the spooky city. A stranger walked up to the crew, begging, "Please let me tag along for the loot run. I'll be useful." The leader Toto Simp agreed instantly, welcoming the cute mage to the team. Quickly, running over, Jung Yi yelled, "Yo, let me join too. I want to go." The team sighed at him hard. A beast tamer. Do those guys even have skills? But the need for a warm body won out. They voted him in, though it was a 50-50 split. The spooky vibes of the city of dead spirits hit them hard as they stepped into the cursed streets. The leader teased the new guy, citing world chat news about tamers having trash DPS. Talk about toxic. Jung Yi lied. "I just love fluffy animals," hiding his true pro strats from them. Suddenly, Zing and Arrow zipped past. The shadows were definitely hiding enemies. Huge, looked the deadly Missed a teen nearly wet themselves. Totally caught off guard. "Heads up," the leader yelled. "We've got hostiles incoming on our position." A massive horde of bloodthirsty zombies appeared as they spun around at the noise, swinging axes wild. A skeleton army popped up, ready to tear the uninvited guests into pieces. The squad leader didn't flinch. He started chopping the enemies first, rushing the creepy He screamed at the backline, "Snipers! Focus fire on their ranged units." Now, magic power began, charging the pretty mage, prepping a massive spell to nuke the horde. That crazy beauty was ready to throw hands with monsters. Zero fear. The fireball hit, the talented sorceress went ham, crushing those bony scrubs to dust with one hit. But a sneaky skeleton suddenly popped up, holding a blade right to the girl's neck. Jang Yi clocked the danger. Instantly, seeing his teammate was toast, he summoned his beast squad to wreck those creepy ambushers fast. His go-to move was summoning a murder of crows to confuse M and deal 50 magic damage. "Thanks," the mage girl gasped, eyeing her hero with big eyes. He grabbed her hand and just bolted, dragging her away from the mess. "These zombies are nuts. We gotta dip now," he screamed at the squad. But the leader just ordered, "Push on," totally blowing off the newbies. Warning, they paused by some ruins to plan the boss raid. "Night tanks, rest of you, flank back," the cap said. The lead asked the kid, "How'd you know this map?" "Been here." "Games." He hiding how he really knew all the cheats. Then he whipped out his dagger. The Tamer gripped it tight. The boss gawked, a noob with legendary loot. That didn't add up. Our boy walked to the creepy dungeon gates to start the main event. Gates creaked open. Major spooky vibes inside for the crew. "We gotta stick together or we die," Jang Yi warned them, knowing the risks. But the trio was already scheming to ditch the noobs to save their own skins. Once the rookies were trapped, those snakes yelled, "Be right back," leaving M to rot. He knew it. They wanted the boss to aggro the newbies. He got the plot, but delayed. A giant monster spawned right there to smash. An ice blast zoomed straight at him and the mage girl. He gripped her hand tight, ready to tank the hit for her. Hero mode. The girl with his body and dodged the blast. "You saved me again," the mage cried, super grateful. Without this dude, she'd be game over by now. Jang Yi ignored her. "Thanks," stepping up to fight. Level 30 undead. Archmage loomed over M. Seeing how doomed they were, a huge that OP boss was crushing the level 20 squad. Total wipeout. If the tank didn't sponge that damage fast, there was zero chance of surviving the boss's aggro. Jung Yi panicked, but the savvy mage just spammed her skills. With seconds left to prep for this unfair fight, weird zombies popped up via her rare summon spell. Those summons were basically just temporary meat shields, buying the team a sec to find a non-deadly exit. Boss barely flinched when the undead hit him. Super tinky, Chungai was like, "Gimme a sec," getting ready to cheese this overpowered enemy. The pro warrior spotted a weak spot and told the mage to trust him. "I got your back," yelled the brave girl, risking it all to cover his crazy rush. She chucked a bunch of fireballs like a maniac to distract that scary giant. Red-eyed zombies looked fierce but got swatted away. Jung Yi spotted a shiny gem on the mage's neck and realized, bingo, that's his battery pack. He called it out as the monster's Achilles heel, sharing the intel with his teammate. Tamer dude's hands glowed with a weird pentagram symbol. Jang Yi summoned his crow army again. Tactical genius. The birds swarmed all over the boss, totally messing up the archmage's aim. No time to slack off. Warrior charged in while the enemy was swatting at birds. He landed a crit right on the weak spot. Hitting the deck, the undead let out. Last screech, Jang Yi for the win against the big bad. Epic drop a light staff with Icewind to freeze baddies. Solid. They were totally hyped. realizing they just snagged insane gear after that raid. Zheng, being a total Chad, gave the loot to his teammate, knowing it was top-tier gear for a mage class. She was confused, but he said it was trash for a Tamer anyway. Things got quiet inside, so the 3 traders outside perked up. Redhead dude said the noobs were definitely toast. He was sure the boss wrecked those The cowards cheered about stealing loot and ran back in. The door to the dungeon opened for the greedy traders checking the results, but they saw their buddies alive and well. The wimps froze, jaws dropping at the impossible sight. Zheng threw shade, reminding the jerks they just wanted corpses. The 3 snakes were shook. They thought he was toast ages ago. Scared stiff, the rats tried to dip before karma hit. No, easy. Escaped Zheng and the mage weren't having it. Stepping up, our hero shielded the girl with his own body, blocking any cheap shots from the Zheng roasted the leader for backstabbing, citing old drama. He kept tight grip on her hand, ready to defend his teammate instantly. Sly Tamer totally copied the summoning skill, grabbing the witch's hand mid-defense to res the fallen archmage. The clever Zheng pulled a pro move with his new power. Boom! The archmage switched teams instantly. Screams erupted, seeing the impossible revive from the traders, totally clueless about the situation. Those snakes didn't get it before the boss froze them solid. The tale of 3 dirty players ended fast permalos in the apocalypse world. Zheng started fading, totally fried after that sweatfest and skill spam. His stamina hit 0, and he face-planted onto the cold floor. He needed to get to a safe zone, feeling completely wiped out. Couldn't keep his eyes open, drifting into the void. Flashbacks of being a kid popped up in his head, chatting with Dad about getting a new game if he won. Dad promised to buy that hype new game for little Zheng, but only if he beat him. Kid was super hyped. Sure, he'd win first place and the loot. Then hit the grim fact. He's stuck in this game forever. Knowing he can't go back to the real world, he woke in a tavern with a headache, wondering how long he slept. A sketchy note caught Zheng's eye by the bed, making him wonder who sent it. Top priority was reading that note, piquing the rested hero's curiosity. Big thanks for the saves came from the mage girl and a note left for her hero. The thankful mage left a rare ring, hoping it helps on his next run. Zheng felt totally vibing with the saved girl's sweet thank you gift. Peeping the loot gave our emo warrior major flashbacks of noobs he'd wrecked. Gear check, totally sorted. Now our happy Tamer just needs to snag the perfect beastie. That secret dragon crown tomb up north is the only spot for rare drops before level 40. But walking into a death trap? Yeah, you kinda need to pick your squad carefully. Go in alone, and you're basically toast. Veteran gamer problems. Finding teammates who aren't trash. Easier said than done, right? Then he spots this energetic girl in the square, hyping up her guild and promising free loot to newbies. Ding! Lightbulb moment. Why didn't I think of that? Dealing with that snake, Muchin in his past life made him forget guilds exist. So, Zheng marshals straight up to the desk. Instead of joining, he drops a bomb. I'm starting my own. The manager girl blinks. Okay, but what are you gonna call it? Bah? He starts thinking about the game devs acting like gods, remembering his dad's old advice. He grins. Hunt for gods. Gotta play to slay. Grats on the new tag. The manager cheers. Now go find some peeps. Passing out flyers. No way. Zheng knows that's for losers, not pros. Post-survival mission. The scheduled says, it's tourney time. Perfect timing. Best place to headhunt elite weirdos. A PvP brawl, City of Hope set up a massive duel fest to welcome everyone. It's open invite. Zero hesitation. He immediately signs up to crash the party. Time to show off. The announcer's voice booms over the crowd once everyone loads in. Zheng is practically vibrating, dying to test his build and see some action. Welcome, warriors. The host screams. Fight. The massive sky arena stretches out, and the crowd goes wild. Quick scan. Most guys here are level 30. He's only sitting at 25. Yikes. Finally, the first 2 duelists jump in to flex. The crowd roars as the assassin rushes the warlock, closing the gap instantly. But the caster isn't tapping out just yet. Mage was totally getting wrecked in an unfair fight, scrambling for a clutch play to flip the script. He busts out a shadow prison pure desperation move, trying to box the assassin in a trap and chill out those crazy fast rushes. Dude flexed his signature move. Scan the enemy. Find the weak spot. Hit hard. Alright. Cool. Million coins got flashed by the assassin. Throw the match. Get rich. He winked at the mage. The warlock had a flashback to his failed biz. That cash stack could have fixed everything. No cap. A totally different path for a wizard who ditched the bottle but desperately needed the dough to stay clean. Walking out on his face wouldn't have happened in the alternate timeline he dreamed of, regretting every past mistake. Chasing a reboot on his destiny is literally why he joined this apocalypse game. It was his second chance at a happy ending. So the warlock tells him to shove it. No quitting, no losing. Period. He unleashes that creepy soul drain magic, shouting that he ain't failing this time. New life, new rules. Baby, you're toast, the mage announced, basically telling the bad guy his winning streak is officially over. Zhang Yi started sweating, realizing this mage wasn't just talking trash, he was legit op and super confident. The name rang a bell. He remembered this warrior from the old days, always spotted in World Chat solo in the Nightmare Dungeons, like a total boss. Kid got warped to Arena 20. His rival was already there, tapping his foot impatiently. Level 35 Knight, Duan Fun. Way stronger and totally outclassed our boy. You hit first. Short stuff. The Knight sneered, mocking the level gap. Classic toxic player behavior, right there. He bet Zhang Yi would fold instantly, trying to bait him into a rage quit attack. A warning to stop being so cocky was thrown back by the Tamer. Sick of being looked down on, Zhang Yi instantly pops. A murder of crows. The Knight blinked. Okay, kid's got guts, he admitted. Let's see if you can back up that swagger, the Knight yelled, gripping his massive weapon. It is go time. Knight activates his exclusive skill, Guardian of Balls. Yeah, weird name spawning soul orbs that eat 500 damage each. Scared to fight for real, the enemy taunted. Still trying to trigger Zhang Yi into doing something stupid, Zhang Yi did the math. Gotta smash for orbs before he can even touch the Knight? The numbers were bad. Taking 2000 recoil damage. That is his entire HP bar. Hesitate and you die. The Knight, Grinte reminding him that pausing for even a second gives him a chance to kill. Zhang Yi knew he was screwed. If things stayed like this, panic mode. Engaged, brainstorming how to ditch those annoying defense orbs. Then he remembered the loot he farmed from noobs. Lightbulb moment. Bro's only shop was trusting his gear, suiting up with armor for the clutch play. He cast Lightning Chain. Night lulled, enjoy the reflect damage. Scrub, Duan, flexed, calling GG way too early. Clueless about the secret, passive, the undead skill save. Crafty Zhang Yi, cheat code. Revive, plus 10% health. Knight's sword cracked under the op energy release. Total shock hit win. He saw the Tamer, survived the reflect damage. Knight froze. Zhang Yi rushed the stunned fool, landing a crit while he panicked. Winner, he ranked up to the next round, while the crowd went wild. Admitting he got lucky, Zhang Yi confessed his gear totally carried him that fight. The weird armor, stumped Duan. My bad, I underestimated you, he sighed. Big props were given by the MC to everyone who survived the crazy first round. That mage chick strutted into the arena, owning it before round 2 started. Don't sleep on her, whispered the OGs who knew her insane stats. She told her foe to zip it and show some skills, shutting him down. Hype overloaded in the arena as the fight for top mage began. Everyone was glued to the action. Zhang Yi plotted got a recruiter for the guild. Imagine the power. Wanting to get buffed, Duan said, DM me if you need tips later. Tamer totally ignored. Advice? Whatever. Thinking the Tamer was a bot, Duan prayed he'd win so he didn't look like a total noob for losing. Dude stayed to watch the mage 1 versus 1. Hoping to draft a pro, Zhang Yi scoped the names, recognizing the players in this magic showdown. The girl from that dungeon Betrayal was spotted instantly by him. Face off. 2 OP mages stood ready to flex their max skills. Ice Blast cast by the girl, using loot she farmed in that dungeon. A cocky speech about the incoming. Some cocky mage bragged out stealing skills like a total flex. Shutting down that idle chat was a hard pass. From Han, telling her foe to keep yapping in the grave. Big bad witchy girl called down a crazy meteor storm, dumping spicy space rocks all over the enemy's dome. Zhang Yi had a bad feeling this W was going to turn into an L real quick. That weird look on the selfish mage's mug tipped off the warrior that a plot twist was coming. A huge boom rocked the stage, causing confused shrieks from the crowd who were totally lost on the drama. Being totally clueless about the mess in the arena hit Zhang Yi and the fans hard. The spooky vanishing act of that ego mage and the girl's Mia status freaked everyone out. Some fresh skill that had never popped up in his past life totally blew Zhang Yi's mind. The OP mage talked trash, roasting the girl with fake sad vibes for her flop ending. Zhang Yi felt bad for the witchy pro, knowing she was actually legit cracked. Our nice guy warrior walked up to the loser, trying to help her up and saying sorry about her lost stick. He swore he'd crush the finals and get her gear back to cheer her up. A chill dub in the next round got him closer to the prize. Ego King Wookie showed off. An easy win, stomping his foes like bugs. Even a fire wheel couldn't stop Zhang Yi from bagging another W. After mad rounds, just 2 finalists were left. Zhang Yi and Wooey, ready to brawl for the loot. The crowd was losing it, dying for the final showdown to start. Wooey threw some shade, laughing at how hungry his rival looked for a fight. He dared him to grab the staff, laughing like a total jerk. Hype on his own. Godmo Jungi felt a glitch dragging him to another world. As he ended up solo with the creepy foe in a void. The sharp warrior finally got why his friend ghosted. Seeing the enemy could make separate zones, the cocky mage said winning here was a no, explaining how he nerfed the respawn ability. Jungi stayed sharp, knowing copy-pasting skills was useless. Now, a third of his HP got nuked by a basic spell, proving this guy wasn't playing. A wild idea just hit inside his head, sparking a totally devious grin. Dung Yi grabbed the epic loot, looking totally fierce. He plotted a risky play on the cocky mage. Wooey was shook. Total confusion. He didn't get this wild style at all. Then Jangi's chat and Wooey went, what? But the system flagged a sneaky strat unlocked. The weird rules of the arena let you revive instantly. No walk of shame involved. Our clever fighter saw the chance to glitch a summon. Totally broken mechanic. The stunned Wooey got salty, screaming about unfair play and threatening reports. Wooey panicked, yelling at his snakes to bail as enemy crows swarmed him. Zhang Yi walked up to the gassed foe. Ready to end it? This time, the skill gap was huge. Everyone could see who the boss was. The Tamer smirked, loving the incoming stomp. The guy's speed was nuts. It was super weird. Never seen lag-free moves like that. Is he a bot? Boom! The clone hit a double lightning combo. The real Zhang Yi jumped in to roast the spellcaster. Sparks went flying down his body. The warlock's face twisted in pain. Total zap. I can't lose. Wooey mumbled, stumbling like a drunk after taking 800 damage. A killer sword spawned behind Zhang Yi's back. That mage was desperate for the dub. No matter what, it flew super fast, aiming to backstab the hero. Lucky for him, the clone had insane reflexes. It reached out and blocked the blade. Clutch, save. The clone took the hit and dissolved into pixels, fading out of the server. That sacrifice hit Zhang Yi right in the feels. He was thankful but totally raging now. Knuckles white, the kid dashed. At the enemy eyes on fire, let's finish this. Wooey screamed, refusing to forfeit, swinging for a miracle. A blinding yellow blast erupted. As they crashed, the whole map shook. Stubborn and desperate, the mage swung again, but Zhang Yi stayed chill. Player Zhang Yi wins. The system flashed. He grabbed the champ title. The announcer raised his hand, hyping the crowd. Everyone wanted in his guild. And that epic winning moment, Zhang Yi saw Hanaru grinning huge, totally hyping up her buddy's win. The announcers screamed out the champ's sick loot, handing a mystery gear chest to the winner. Thinking about ditching his trashy poison dagger, Zhang Yi's eyes popped with joy. He'd wanted a legit weapon for ages. Pop! The chest opened, showing an icy fire sword glowing all mystic in his grip. Stoked, Zhang Yi knew that respawn was totally worth it. Bagged the title, the staff, and that OP weapon. He leaned over the dying loser. Don't be a troll, even in-game bro. Hopping off stage, hyped. Fans swarmed him, spamming friend requests and begging to party up later. Keeping it real, he found the mage girl, returned her staff, and mentioned her missing bro. Hanaru's quick. Guild join triggered like 100 wannabes applying to. He grabbed her arm, bailing from the thirsty mob dying to get carried by him. In Hope City, he thought how weird it was getting chased like he owed everyone cash. The cap on adding Ronda peeps was really bugging. Zhang Guild just needed a healer, but only 10 spots open for a low-level guild leader, cramping their growth style. Some green-haired random popped up, catching eyes with his weird vibe. Hanaru cheered, greeting Shinlong and grilling him about her big bro. Finally, that green-haired weirdo eyes, Miss Han entering town. Saying he's security, while the boss is busy, sharp Zhang Yi asked her who. Sketchy guy was in here and he's tight with her bro. Guild boss said they're hitting the dragon tomb. Instantly, the new guy begged to tag along on the run. At the tomb, Naiduan Fun saw his rivals. Quick level up to champ. Good vibes and the enemy's level boost caught Zhang Yi's eye, so he said, let's raid now. The gutsy crew entering the tomb was stalked by a hidden spy the whole time. They totally noticed. Warrior statues looking real enough to wake up. Passing an old soldier statue, she spotted something super creepy. The statue's eyes went full lead red as the mage girl poked around the details. The grime on the stone knight vanished like magic. Bro was waking up from a centuries-long nap. Incoming, yelled Zhang Yi to the squad, clocking the statues as the dungeon's main mob unit. The team leader barked orders at the veteran knight, assigning roles for the Brawl Duan. You face tank the damage while we take cover. Huddle up, noobs, the guildmaster warned, eyeing the rock-faced creepers. An ironclad jerk swung his massive beat stick, ready to smash the party crashers flat. These rockheads are way too weak to beat us, Duan bragged, strutting forward like a total boss. The warrior drew his gear. Staring contest. Him versus the rusty buckethead. A black laser gaze lit up the knight's face. He sentenced that tin can to death. The fighter lunged, catching the whole squad slipping with his speed. Total chaos erupted. Between the squad and the tomb guards, clang, clang. No time to waste. Doom insta-deleted one of the mobs with a chop, easy, clap, skills on point. But then a creepy rider on a horse showed up, making the team sweat buck. A level 3 Dragon Blood Knight, that's way up compared to the trash mobs. His drip was bright red armor, basically shouting, I'm the to the whole dungeon. Mystery Knight steered his pony right at them, looking for a one-shot kill. The sudden spawn of a new baddie didn't get past Dwan's radar. Thinking fast, he went full tank mode and used his bubble skill, popping magic shields on his squishy friends. He grabbed another toy from his inventory to fight the big guy. Locked and loaded. For the brawl, he went dual wield mode, gripping a blade in each hand. Then he unleashed an ult skill, summoning boom bowls, and dealing 3,000 damage to every enemy in the zone. Ow, beast. The tired bro tapped his weapon. GG room cleared, he thought. But wait, the main boss stood behind his horse screaming for Lord Shagir like a total drama queen. Back at the tower, the game admin chilled, listening to the tea about the kid's skills. The admin saw his old pal and the kid. Sad vibes. Remembering a dude who's been gone for ages, the boss pictured yeeting his old pal off a cliff. Big yikes. Talk about mixed feels. Just for kicks, the mystery GM buffed the boss to nightmare mode. Good luck, noob. The dragon slurped up his dead minion's XP, leveling up to rank 2. Total team wipe incoming. Chunji was shook by the plot twist, but realized, bigger boss means epic loot. Scattergot, screamed the smart one. Since that rank the beast was way up for their squad, the leader told the tank to turtle up and draw aggro against the buffed baddie. Hyped for the fight, Red Knight swung a sword, glowing with fire. Here comes the big boom. The big red lizard spat straight fire, about to toast the idiots who crashed its tomb party. Dwan was like, we are so cooked, guys. Knowing his shield would melt under that insane deep. Unable to tank the hit, the crew stood there, as the fire stopped, leaving nothing but crispy ground. Zhang Yi told Qin Long the cheat code. Aim for the eyes, bro. The warrior popped a rare archer skill, shooting a sleep arrow to stun it for 4 seconds. The pro sniper missed the crit spot but still hit. Monsters raging now, hitting weak spots. Nerf, scary dragon. So Zhang Yi yelled, ult dump. Now, the whole squad locked in. Knowing it was clutch time, Euro tried to freeze the beast, casting a sparkly ice storm ult. Then the mage swapped to a fire build, trading ice for spicy fireballs. Jungi went full tryhard mode as he spammed heavy attacks. Game over. Ugly. The level 2 dragon turned into loot pixels. Geeky. Wrecked by the squad's combo, the tired but happy heroes got the dub, clearing the tomb's hardest raid. The massive loot drop hyped up the team, making Zhang Yi do a victory dance. The chill leader let the homies keep the gear, only taking the weird egg. Randoms suddenly spawned in the dungeon, screaming, get Zhang Yi and his crew. The toxic griefers aimed kill shots right at the shock leader. Throwing his body, the MVP Qinlong tanked the hits, taking the L for Zhang Yi. Bro got absolutely wrecked by those brutal hits, face-planting hard on the creepy dungeon floor. Gasping, he's like, save the girl. Worth it? Just paying my dues. Total hero vibes. Bleeding out, the guy tells the squad. Chill, I got a respawn chance. Catch you in the city later. Zhang Yi totally snapped right there. Seeing his homie down, he was thirsty for payback after that cheap shot. He yelled at the sus strangers, calling them shady rats hiding in the dark. Total trash behavior. The bad guys just lolled at him, showing zero. Chill Lu, Chungji ignored the karma alert from Zhang Yi. Smirking like he's untouchable, big mistake. Zhang Yi was shook by the meat, spotting his old nemesis from that city arena beef. Small world, guild boss told the squad to back off, cause this 1v1 was personal. He had to wreck this dude himself. Zhang Yi sliced his palm with his sword. Time for a weird ritual. Reed stuff dripped down the Tamer's hand, falling from his shaky fingers. Drama queen much. He let the blood hit that loot drop a magic dragon egg. A big spirit popped out with a glow up that had everyone staring. Zhang Yi was totally floored by this ultra-rare egg drop. Best bet in the game. He held out his hand to the magic beast trying to sign that soulbind contract. Beef. Dragon Bro fist bumped the kid, saying bet to the team up. Deal sealed. The egg started cracking open. Unboxing time. One signed, instead of a scary boss monster, a tiny lizard flopped out. Everyone was like, huh? The little guy was cute, shocking the crowd who didn't expect a chibi version of a legendary beast. Even the haters were confused by this nature fail. Lu started roasting it, pinching his fingers, like I could squish this bug. Baby Dragon puffed. Smoke mad at the dude's trash talk. Lou laughed harder, trolling. Tiny things, anger. Don't bite me, shrimp. Dragon wasn't having it, yet a massive fire cloud at the trolls. Instant KO for the surprised noobs as the fire turned them to crispy toast. No one got how such a tiny thing did that. Crazy how a tiny pipsqueak wrecked those pro warriors. Totally insane seeing one poor beast roast a whole squad of vets. Some bad guys got toasted, so the rest bailed, warping away from that savage dragon. Zhang Yi comforted his new pet after it got triggered by insults. He chilled the beast, but hated that the big boss escaped. He told his crew to ditch this scary dungeon ASAP. Super salty about the attacker's ego, Han Yahoo blasted them for fighting someone way to open. Checking their gear logos, Zhang Yi ID'd the noobs, likely rivals or aliens from another dimension. The cryptic vibe of the symbol stumped the smart guy as he tried to decode its secret message. Then their respawn buddy, Chin Long, showed up in town, hyped to see the survivors. Sharp-eyed bros spotted something sus, yelling to get the squad to look. Shinlong melted over the tiny dragon, calling it cutie with a goofy grin. But the fierce lizard raged out, hating the cute tag since he's actually a total beast. Killing the crown dragon followed game. Logic, spawning the golden skeleton king boss. Way too early never happened in Zhang Yi's old run. Bam! System alert. Then creepy green swirls turned the sky emerald. The clever dude knew huge drama was coming and prepped for the boss fight. How extra the skeleton king's entrance was shocked the mage girl. She sensed his insane power. The guy backed that up, agreeing the incoming baddie was seriously in his last life, that bonehead toady wrecked half of Hope City solo. He stressed out. Gotta frag the skelly to unlock the Apocalypse City and find his nemesis. The confused dude was shook got 2 eggs, not 3. Then someone reminded him about the pact he made with that rare item. Here in Area 886, the shady stranger knew that intel was huge and new. He had to move fast. A legit dragon egg stash was hidden by some random guy in his room, keeping the loot safe from the golden skeleton king hitting town. Made gamers team up to defend the base from the boss raid. The buff skeleton said sorry for being late to Shaggier, then swore to wipe everyone out for his dead pal. The Bone King attempted to peeping a stranger in the quiet square. Finna-strike. Green mist swirled where the skeleton cast a spell, opening a portal. A gazillion skeletons started to crawl out the green fog, ready to serve their blinged-out boss. Our quest, defend the city against a world boss. We gotta stop the Golden Bone King's invasion, no matter what. System promised epic loot for the top 3 damage dealers. The need to max out DPS plus, land sneak attacks hit. Zhang Yi hard, past life strat, to grab that sweet loot. Guild leader told the squad to chill, noting, Goldie's slow speed, keep distance, and listen up. We got this boss fight in the bag, the vet promised. If we execute the strats right, solid plan came from Zhang Yi Duan Dra Agra. Team, on me. The insane brawl between heroes and creepers started outside. Turning heads, the order to zero all living things came from Gold King to his army. The first scraps popped off between trash mobs and defenders, deciding how this early game plays out. Warriors rushed the mobs, screaming at the undead Zopi damage. A hurt guy was getting patched up by a healer girl. Hang in there, almost done. Danger, outside. Yelled Zhang Yi, everyone back to the safe zone. Now, the boys swagger while walking. To the bone bag caught the scared girls. So brave. A fresh wave of mini skeletons spawned on the field, making this mess way more stressful. Heads up, Zhang Yi warned, spotting more boneheads. Duan felt like the main character, pulled 2 blades, and charged in. The iconic whirlwind move was popped by a night wipe in a huge mob in one The crowd panicked, fearing god hunters would steal the loot. Seeing how things were, the no-way rivals get the loot chat started among. Another guild, ready to PvP for their cut. Some Rondu dissed Zhang Yi and chucked a fireball at the kid. The source of the fire blast confused the heck out of Zhang Yi. Blinded by the sneak attack, the Weirdobe gang got spotted by him. He spun around, like, bro, why? So, the leader of the randos spilled his guts, saying he just wanted to snag the world. Boss loot. Zhang Yi cut the chatter, basically saying, put up or shut up, show us your skills. The Golden Skeleton King aggroed, swinging hard and vowing to wreck these noobs. A massive boom rocked the floor as the boss's giant sword smashed down, sending debris flying everywhere. Zhang Yi was totally shook, trying to process the chaos Suddenly, the small healer girl pops up, claiming she's here to patch up the squad since they looked rough. Screaming a heads up about a nasty attack. Qinlong kept his eyes peeled to save his homie's skins. Worst timing ever. Henyaru's foot got stuck, She struggled but couldn't glitch out of the trap in time. A giant green glowing skeleton loomed over her, charging up a one-hit. Zhang Yi realized he had to clutch up faster as best he was going to be total toast. The creepy skeleton mocked them, saying resistance is futile. And it's game over for you scrubs. Just as the blade dropped, a random tank blocked the hit, saving her life. Like, literally out of nowhere. This mystery dude shielded the girl with his absolute unit of a body. He told the savior to scrim immediately, promising to solo this beast himself. The boss laughed, roasting the new challenger for thinking a mere mortal could step to him. But the stranger just smirked, wielding a huge weapon and yelling, "Come at me, bro." He asked if the King of Death was actually tough or just all hype. Then, the brave dude yeeted himself forward, spamming swift attacks on the giant boss. 5,000 damage. That's the max hit anyone could land, proving the world boss was broken. The Skeleton King barely felt those hits. Typical raid boss, calling the attacks a weak tickle. The player grinned. Just a warm-up, fam. Watch this. The mystery guy popped his Berserk mode, trading HP for insane power gains like a maniac. A rare build. Drain 1% health, a sec for massive damage buffs. Totally worth it. Impact craters filled the air as he unleashed a combo that basically shook the whole server. Standing tall, he teased the fallen bone bag. How's that taste? Hurt, doesn't it? But the boss respawned, swearing payback on the wimp for the disrespect. He blocked with that beast of a sword. The Stone Cold Pro readying himself for round 2. Berserker versus World Boss. A total spectacle that had everyone glued to the action. That risky strat of dumping health for damage. Zhang Yi was stressing over the hero's empty HP bar. The skeleton taunted his rival with a mega smash, thinking he had this loudmouth in the bag. Smoke clouds blinded poor Zhang Yi, blocking his view of the most insane part of the fight. 1 HP left. The guy looked totally toast to the crowd. But then the immortal body cheat skill kicked in on the Berserker, confusing the boss. That tickles, he mocked. The super chill gamer clapped back, just trolling the raging monster. God mode for 60 seconds. The boss went into a full rage quit tantrum. Useless. Swings from the skeleton just phased right through him. 0 damage. Soloing the Skeleton King. That crazy power move had Zhang Yi asking, "Who is this guy?" Duan Funide, the talented stranger, figuring out if he was squad material or a rival. The boss gassed out, panting after spamming attacks on an invincible dude. Finally, the boss left an opening. The Berserker was ready to unleash hell. With glowing red eyes, Warrior bet it all on one insane finisher move. He looked absolutely psycho, ready to slice everything up. The crowd was shook. 10,000 damage one shot. Is this even real life? The Berserk mode. We're off. And the dude went back to his default settings. A level 40 ring. The fighter noticed the insanely rare drop. In the wrong hands, that gear could basically wreck the whole server. A hyped Zhang Yi walked up, but the guy ignored him to check on Hanyu. Shock hit. The guild leader. How does his girlfriend know this? OP player? Turns out, this scary Berserker is her big bro. The crowd went wild at the plot twist. Big bro mode activated. Patater had Nama stressing. Okay. He tossed her the ring like it was nothing. I'm good. You take it. The Charbonnet Zhang Yi couldn't believe she got epic loot. That is, because of the epic win. Defending Zone 18. Sweet loot got handed to the defense squad when it was time to grab their prizes. Zhang Yi snagged golden boots with +5 stats for being a total boss. The squad spawned right outside the massive tower after hopping the portal. Travelers noted the vibe shift was huge, like night and day. In his head, Yi pictured the tower's endless floors, the key to the next secret map. He only cleared 50 floors. In 8 years of the apocalypse last time, facing scary mobs, he knew the loot waiting for the crazies up top was totally worth the danger. The owner smirked at the kid, waiting for the drama to start soon. Some shady guy sat on the top floor, just waiting for a worthy player. The real game was starting, with the boss ready to throw hands. The nervous squad warned G. The tower shuts down in a few hours. A pro guild leader told friends to rush floors since it only opens once a week. Yi invited a girl to check the tower with him as he walked up. She didn't clue in as he copied the talent of immortal body with a sly touch, grabbing the OP skill. The tower was a solo run, so the group had to split and meet later. Impatient Duan bailed first, wishing the crew luck on the dangerous run. Jay rolled his eyes at the rush, seeing the perfect grind spot. The need for grinding over napping hit him, so he followed his buddy's lead. Already with the first mob, the hero started his tower brawl from floor 1. The energetic crew hit the 3rd floor, wrecking mobs and clearing traps. They climbed higher after beating floor 3, getting close to the tower's harder levels. Zhang hit level 40 battling, getting buffed with every win. The surprise, weakness of level 70 mobs shocked the warrior, crushing it, when suddenly, the weird beastie popped out the door with a salty roast for the noob challenging the boss. The level 55 boss woke up super salty about his nap getting ruined. That demon prince, leading the invasion, turned out to be a total nightmare for us crashers. Zhang Yi totally bugged out, seeing the 15th floor boss glitching on the wrong level. Fight time. Our boy charged in to wreck the smoke creep. The hero's tiny dragon packed a punch with its dark fire breath. Roasted in flames. The baddie just laughed it off. Totally fireproof. Yikes. Zhang Yi panicked, realizing 0 damage meant game over. No running away now, so he gripped his blade, desperate to scratch the guy. Nope. Instead, he caught a nasty smackdown that sent him flying. 10 seconds left. The tower was kicking him out. Zhang Yi threw one last desperate taunt at the boss before the server shut down. The beast swung back, vowing instant doom for the cheeky mortal. But poof, time up, and the knight faded away, teleporting out. Zhang Yi felt super lucky he didn't get deleted. "Where's my bro?" Enro asked, relieved to hear he was spawning soon. The squad tried to chill her out, saying he's too OP to die. Enro nodded along with them, but couldn't hide the panic in her eyes. Then, the Ottawa City Guild war dropped big loot for anyone joining the fray. Even a rare teleport item. That's basically a cheat code for cash. Chungi figured this was the perfect way. Hunt down that old traitor quicker. Nap time first, the boss told the tired crew. 4 hours later, the leader called a meeting to ship everyone out. Friendly Zhang hit up the newbies, saying they should hang out after the brawl. Doc Girl was down, but Jinlong was totally awkward about it. The boss locked it in team bonding is a go. The guy grinned, hyped for the easy win ahead. On the 8th floor, Sis's bro was chillin' in the demon tower, totally confused why he's stuck there after closing time. Our pro fighter squinted, bracing for some rondo creep hiding in the dark forbidden zone. He spotted a tall shadow and yelled, "Yo, quit hiding and come get some." The weird cyborg dropped a dark warning, like, "Bad move entering this zone, kid." Then the thing started glowing green, signaling a forever timeout for confused. Bro threw out a question. What this guy was? You a mob or a player, dude? But knowing wouldn't help a dead man. Or so the stranger hinted, shutting down both guesses. So our clever gamer popped his immortal buff instantly, ready for the boss fight. He barely dodged the cyborg's strike, showing off those crazy reflex skills. Next swing, aimed right for his neck. One slip, and it's game over. The seasoned pro backstepped just in time as the blade swiped at him. He managed a clutch block, stopping the lethal hit. Nice save. That exact berserk move was clocked by the stranger. He knew his martial arts. The god talent of his rival was spotted by the bot. Switching vibes. The pause intrigued. Surprise guy. The bot was like, "You pass. Fighting is boring now." The cyborg dropped a secret game tip as a bonus for the worthy foe. And I am incoming apocalypse, where survival is 0%, predicted the gloomy dude. Our boy was bummed by the info, hoping for something actually useful for his quest. But the weird cyborg stressed the limited intel, saying, "Figure the rest out yourself." Shocked, the Berserker asked if he could leave, but got a nope. Wait 7 days for the door reply. The mystery guy into the chat, and just vanished into thin air like a glitch. Zhang Yi wondered if his god tier skill was linked to the disaster. Thinking about the bot's reaction, doubts bugged him. Did he get the full story? Wondering what the mystery dude had. Later, a friendly Zhang Yi met his rested pals, ready for new raids. A hype speech flipped to hype speech time. Leaders pumping up the squad for the grind. So, Istakov City has some totally weird rules. Die here, you respawn, but lose 20% of your loot. Oof. Crystal spots are fixed and guarded by gnarly bosses. Unique vibes. We got a speedrun grabbing, max crystals, Aesop clocks, ticking, fam. Jungi gathered the homies. Like, yo, let's strut talk for this crystal war. Since we're short-staffed, let's split up to snag max points, watch each other's backs. If things get hairy, let's go, shouted the hype master after dropping the game plan. Teams scattered fast to camp. Key spots, just like Bossman said. Everyone camped their spots hard for the mission. Pulling the line is huge. Aren't fighting mobs at checkpoints to secure the bag. Intense. That Godzilla bot got wrecked by Zhang Yi's sick moves. Headless now. The level 3 water mine got snagged. Huge buffs for the guild. Best loot spot was that level 3 mine. We own the map now. Haniera is on guard duty, watching for sneaks. A squad of 5 popped up. It's Promise Gate, rank 3 noobs. Defenses look trash, noted. Zhao Ming, the enemy boss, plotting again. Enemy cloaked dude. Rushed the solo defender. Total Zerg rush. Root spell hit. Freezing her. Instantly, she's stuck. Total ambush. happened so fast, she barely blinked. Caged in seconds, the mage faced the Promise Gate goons, yelling, "Let me go." Her begging just made the savage leader laugh. "Ender," he ordered. Cold. Meanwhile, Jang Yi's soloing the Un-21 mob like a pro. A big red ping on the map. Lita saw his teammate getting ganked. Jang Yi panicked. Gotta save the mines. Suddenly, the Godzilla bot worst timing ever. The sneaky bot took a cheap shot at his back while he was distracted. Sick blue fire blasted out. Mech beasts, zooming at the clueless target like a total wrecking ball. That lethal shot zipped at our hero super fast. Looks like game over for Mr. Clumsy. Jungi just spotted the fatal trap, spinning around to see a massive enemy aim in hot fire right at his face. Quick thinking, Tamer boy triggered his dragon to spit back some defensive heat. The smart fighter equipped those boss drop golden boots to boost his stats for the clutch. His loyal dragon, Xiahe, got orders to guard the base while the master bailed to save a buddy. That system pinged a speed boost in his brain. Those magic kicks had him moving crazy fast. He shot a chill mental DM over to the trapped mage, promising Jing Yi was speeding over to save her butt. Xiaoming popped up before a scared Han. Yaru blade out, whining about deleting such a hottie so soon. Weird noise. The cocky boss paused, suddenly sweating some surprise trouble. Zoom. Jung Yi crashed in. Save the girl. So the goon squad scrambled to shield their boss. With a single mega beast tossed the attackers, flexing on the mob like a total pro. Totally fuming at how they bullied the girl. A raging Jang Yi roasted the smug leader with a savage question. Big mad. The dude screamed a threat of instant death. Zhaoying hated this. Rondo messing up his flow. Hacking through the trap vines. Our brave MVP made a beeline for his pal, skipping the trash talk. Jang Yi's blade screamed a warning as he got way too close to the boss's face. Killing Zhaoying bagged the winner 500 crystos. System pinged. Victory confirmed. After freeing the girl from those gnarly vines, Jang Yi gently asked if she was good, totally worried about his best. Boom. Purple suit guy spawns in, clapping and narrating the scene, calling it top-tier entertainment. This random guest walked up to the girl, acting shocked and dropping his name. C2 Young, boss of the Despicable Heroes. The fresh arrival threw out gross claims on the girl, making Haney snap back instantly. Jung Yi grabbed her arm, sick of hearing this garbage and ready to ditch these creeps ASAP. Cocky C2 Yang dared him to duel, betting 10 level 3 mines if he lost, but the creepy wager for the girl, what the grinning foe wanted if Jang Yi wiped out. Seeing the dirty trick, Jungai flat out refused to entertain this egomaniac, telling him to bounce before things got ugly. Threatening times speed. Sichuan was salty. The kid rejected such a sweet deal. That legendary buff boosted speed, 1000%. Total game changer, giving him a massive edge. Jang Yi planned to wreck the boss. Then totally unfazed by the taunts, the enemy's blitz was insanely fast. Zero time to block those lightning-fast jabs. The foe rushed in, stabbing a blade right through Jang Yi. Everyone gasped as he got skewered. Sichuan smirked, flexing his OP skills. Enro cried, sure, the guy was unbeatable. She thought her friend was toast, killed by that psycho assassin. But the dead guy claimed something better. He revealed a divine talent. Total plot twist. Jang Yi dissed his lame opponents and got Rita Flex's real power level. Unharmed, Jang Yi caught the blade. Bury it. The bad guy freaked out, totally stunned. Sichuan's face instantly dropped. As confusion turned to pure panic at this twist, our hero mocked that legendary ego, daring him to fight without the cheat code. Confused, Sichuan tried some weak sword swings. He couldn't get why his victim was still alive. Was this a glitch? A lag spike? The dude was tripping, clueless about the survival, panicked. Sichuan screamed for his guild buddies to help. The mad leader ordered his squad to gank the smartmouth. The fake duel vibe was called out by the sharp Jang Yi. You planned to jump me all along. Shut your trap, the boss yelled, vowing to end him. Crazy power was unleashed by the guild, showing off flashy skills. But Jang Yi was hyped to farm extra crystals. He saw them as walking loot drops. A mob from the nasty guild dropped from the roof, surrounding him. Elemental blasts aimed at the chill hero did 0 damage. Epic fail. The attackers gasped. He blocked everything. Impossible. Once they tired out, Jang Yi smiled. My turn to attack. Hero's Mega Dragon swooped in, BBQing the helpless mobs. Watching their HP tank horrified, total shock. Boss knew he was cooked, but still refused to drop the loot. Won't admit he lost. Jang Yi shut him up with a punch. Jang Yi was fed up with the losers whining. Winner snagged 1,000 crystals for the win, boosting his guild's bank big time. A healer girl rushed in, asking what's up. totally freaking out over her squad's health. Hanyu chilled, explaining the guild clash. And how their leader went full hero mode on God Hunters banked 15,000 crystals. Rankin showed the squad was crushing it. 30 mins left. Zhang Yi grinned. Gotta steal points for first place. No sweat. Smiled Hanyal. We got a pro sniper on our team. Remember? Qinlong got an offer to test his skills. No pressure though, she said. Shy Archer was super iffy, politely doubting he could pull it off. Old memories of failing hard haunted him, making him freeze up. He worried about blowing it as the arrow zoomed at the target. Final round, and yep, once again, he missed the shot. Total bummer for the kid. Crowd went savage, roasting him for the choke. They screamed, "Get out!" and mobbed him, calling him useless trash. Brutal stuff. Maybe the haters were right, he thought. Maybe bows aren't his thing. Best archer title. What? Given by Zhang Yi to his buddy. Trying to hype him up, Boz recalled that epic dragon eye shot. You clutch up under pressure, he said. Convincing him wrecking these noobs was easy. Betting on a guaranteed win. Qinlong's eyes lit up. The pep talk actually worked. He vowed to give it his all, mentally prepping to slay. Sniper climbed the roof for the high ground, knocking an arrow. A true pro. Locked onto those guild creeps? Zero doubts. Just one clean shot. Cold Sniper had the enemy boss in his sights, knowing he had to take out the head of the enemy team. Qinlong prayed for a crit, popping his ult skill with his bow drawn tight. The joke of losing his girl to some trash kid was called out by the cocky enemy boss. Clueless, he was toast. The arrow yitted straight at the noob, slicing air to wreck his face. Boom! Heart shot. The sniper laughed at the scrub for trying to mess with a pro. The eye spot where the camper hid was blurred to the dying dude, squinting hard before lights out. Who's next? Qinlong taunted after the kill, totally tilting the rest of the squad. A pro sniper bailed off the roof, rotating to keep his spot a secret. Chunji's squad got pinged, fixed the scoreboard, and pushed for the endgame. 200 gems per kill. Their guild bank was getting absolutely stacked. Only 50 secs left to bag first place. Everyone had to sweat hard now. 35 secs left. The Qinlong fired a laser beam after locking on the runner-up guild. Hunt for the gods. Panicked with 20 secs to go, trying to clutch up. As that sick arrow neared the mark, the last 12 secs ticked down. Game over, baby. After wiping all the the enemy clan at the buzzer, Zhang Yi guild emerged. Champs, taken gold. The leader gave props to his cracked sniper, knowing he totally carried the team's win against those pesky noobs. The losers raged hard, claiming hacks on the whole fail. The admins of the tourney dropped epic loot for the winners, wowing the crowd. Heaps of gold, weapons, and kicks were looted by the winners from the hype chest. Zhang Yi grinned, thinking how OP fast travel was gonna be now, threatening to ruin his chill. The salty Sichuan glared, warning that his guild homies were coming. Zhang Yi didn't get the race comment, but it gave him bad vibes. The weird link between that riddle and the Tomb Raiders bugged the stressed leader. The hero who warped back to town was being stalked by creeps in the shadows. Sneaky spying on the dude was being done by a hoodie girl waiting to make her move. She shoved through, acting all cute and innocent so peeps would move. Aniros Pakwa. She slipped a hand in, smooth criminal style. Assassin tier stealing. Yeah, she's pro level. Sneaky girl had eyes on the bling, waiting to swipe it. Archa saw her actin' sus and yelled out. Haringa was gone. Yuru looked totally lost. Busted. The thief bolted with the loot. Get her. Ye didn't want to give her a sec to bail. He was on it. Speedster hero chased to get the ring back. Cocky girl. Sure she was. Untouchable. Laughed as they failed. She warped. He told the archer. She's gone. Moonlight City. The squad guessed. That's alien turf. To buff the dragon. Race rep. The guildmaster saw a chance to hunt the traitor in the new city. Yi decided to go solo, telling the crew to wait for bro's return. Smart move. Save the warp. Point to Balefast if things get hairy. He walked up to the warp NPC. One to Moonlight City, please. 100 coins. Pricey ride. Wow. Yi flinched at the crazy tax. That 100 coins hurt his soul. Late night, loud screams. Sketchy town. He spotted a bright toy and checked the vibe. Scared girl. Begged creeps to stop. Hero tuned in. She was gassed from running, and the buff dudes teased her fear. Shivering, she braced for the end, expecting a beat. Boom. Ye stepped in, blocking the hit. Said Don Hit girls. We ain't same. Crushed to their weapons, ignoring their get lost. Is crazy. Power freaked the bandits out. Fast. Panic mode. The three goons scared to fight a boss. She spilled the tea on the chase, admitted she swiped loot from the boss. Curious, Zhang Yi asked. Who are these creeps? Confused, she mumbled. God's Guild. They scare the spit out of Moonlight City. The link? He connected M to the Dragon Crown Tomb crew. Knew it. Gotta bounce. He told the kid, too risky here, stay safe. Why was this rondo? Bugging him. Zhang Yi turned, surprised by the attention. Scared the baddies would return. She admitted she was totally clueless on what's next. Cool guy waved his hand. Fine, tag along, he signaled. She promised she'd be super useful since she knows the city. No drama, I swear. Weird duo arrived at a hotel, booked 2 rooms to crash after a wild day. Before bed, they said, night, and hit the hay for some serious ski. Soft bed felt heavenly. Finally, he sighed, drifting off. Suddenly, the door creaked open, killing the hero's chill vibe. Dude was out cold, clueless about the creeper nearby. Smirking, the little brat snuck in, plotting doom. Greedy thief mentally counted the 10,000 coins she'd score soon. Eyeing the loot, she swung her dagger to end him. Big mistake. The sharp warrior dodged while insane sleepy just dumb luck, scoffed the annoyed attacker, winding up for a better shot. Mu-chun, he yelled, totally awake, and smacked the traitor. Crying over the pain, the caught thief acted like a poor victim. Fully awake now, he grilled her, had a nightmare. She faked, okay, to stay, plus a promise to watch her came from the hero, hiding. He knew she was snaky, he'd catch her lying schemes soon. He eyed the faker closely. Where the gods guild hang at? Moonlight Church. Girl confirmed it next morning. Suddenly, some random kid popped up, making a creepy comment about her looks. Stranger's hand grabbed at the poor girl, trying to grab her, putting the lil sidekick in danger. Zhang Yi gasped. That green-haired weirdo, totally immune, the traitor. A confused yelp burst from Greenie. How'd you know me? He didn't recognize his old pal. Pure fury hit. Zhang Yi seen the rat who stabbed his back before. Payback time? The ticked-off hero landed a mega smash on the traitor. Who am I? Your toast. Mune slammed onto the hard ground, totally blindsided, tripping over his own feet from the shock impact. Watching the bully get wrecked was wild for the crowd. Usually, he's the jerk. Furious shouts, asking who the heck this rude attacker was came from the victim. Totally clueless why the guy was so aggro. Greenhair was told by the crowd, yo, don't poke the bear, he's dangerous. Seeing the foe's crazy strength, total chill vibes came from Zhang Yi. He ignored the whining, ready to crush his old enemy. The toxic nature of the expel hit the hero. Still a traitor, still a bully. Some trash never gets CRA skill popped by Mune, trying to cheat in this surprise brawl. Greenie yelled at his foe, screaming, my turf, you ain't leaving alive, threatening payback. That invisibility, cheat code, hiding scent, Zhang Yi recalled it. Knowing that sneaky cry a skill, the smart fighter played it super safe and this mess he guessed the moves. Then with a sharp blade, popped right in his face, barely missed the vital spots. Even with the dodge, he got a cheek scratch. That dude's got mad skills. A total rerun. Sharp Zhang Yi clocked the same old trick from the past. Hard to forget, for the angry fighter, were the vibes of that backstabbing day that flipped his life. No way he's losing to an ex-bro again. The hero hyped himself up for the final showdown. Zhang Yi signed the guy's death warrant. Tables turned, bro, he announced. 0 chances given by the mad beast Tamer. Moon was shook out. He predict every move. Your moves are burned into my brain, Zhang Yi told him. That's why you're so predictable. A savage chest kick was launched by the mad warrior, showing off boss-level skills. The guy flew back a few meters, eating dirt and feeling major pain, mocking his weak hit job and lack of muscle. Winna Zhang Yi stood over the loser, showing major bad luck meeting this psycho. Manhwa shook. No clue why the guy was so salty. Go to hell. Beast Tamer told the traitor to kick rocks. Out of nowhere, a mysterious cloak guy snatched Moon. Total ambush. Dude zoomed off with the hostage. He moved way too fast to be it. Zhang Yi wasn't letting his ex-buddy get taken. Even with their messy history, the trail ended at Moonlight Church, where Pinky pointed. The danger inside was real. According to the shorty, who confirmed the target, was there. Bro was dead set on breaking in? Danger or not, girl suggested snooze pills. Instead of rushing in like an idiot, dude was shook that the kid had snooze meds. Who carries that? Solo travel meant she needed protection. Little wanderers, gotta stay safe. Zhang Yi decided to start choking out guards to keep things quiet. He drugged him for a nap. No bodies needed. The guards' uniforms were jacked for disguises. Now, disguised, they rolled up to the church, acting like guards. Inside the church's secret room, Muen woke up totally lost and dazed. Some Rondo Weiro mocked him for getting wrecked so as dude was loving it. Green hair raged, asking who the heck this kidnapper was and what he wanted. Suit guy told him to shut up. And Oba said his questions were pointless. The fakers offered to relieve the tired guards, playing it cool. Sleepy guards were stoked for the break, clueless they were being played. Departing guards said don't sleep, or everyone gets in trouble. One sharp guard felt something was off. The girl used snooze dust on the suspicious dude before he could yell. Little helper pinpointed the target. Finally cleared the junk. Target acquired. Jang Yi barged in, totally hyped. Time to face his nemesis. Let's go. A weird rustle made him spin around. Who's there? Job's done, the girl chirped. From the IL, looking totally bored now that her part was over. The church guards tossed her the loot, paying her for baiting a dummy into their trap. Easy money? This city is full of liars. The girl thought as she bailed. She almost felt bad for the dude. She was definitely with the God Guild, which Jang Yi clocked instantly. Sharp guy. They didn't want the ring, they just wanted to trap him here. Who planned this? The trapped warrior grinned. Bring it on. Down the hall, our hero spotted 3 creeps waiting for him. Surprise! The buff dude sneered. I'll crush this kid. No sweat. The real reason, the boss called everyone. The zombie guy knew. This enemy is tough. A total beatdown was promised by Mr. Muscles too. His pals, just watch me wreck him, he bragged. Big guy stepped up, grabbing a massive battle axe. He hurled the weapon at the kid, spinning fast to end him instantly. Jang Yi watched the axe spin. Nice form, he thought, unimpressed. With a basic crow summy, the pro warrior kicked things off. Tamer style. The insane amount of crows blew his mind. Whoa, I've seriously leveled up. Big guy got mad. Birds, seriously, he raged, laughing at such a lame, weak move. The giant leaped high. He aimed to squash the kid flat. Slick ice covered the floor thanks to Jang Yi. Surprise ice trap activated. The giant realized his mistake way too late. Oops, caught. The clumsy oaf slipped and slammed down hard. Magical ice winds. He got a concussion from the nasty hit. He was dazed and totally out of it. Then the others knew why the boss called for backup. Watching their buddy flop was cringe. The 2 rushed in. Their pal failed, so it was their turn. Bandages wrapped. The ninja dohen tying up the beast. Tamer that half-zombie creep popped a bone cage, totally trapping the dude like a rat. That bone pile just kept skyrocketing up like crazy. Bones blocking the way, 'cause the boss said so. Stuck tight. The kid realized he couldn't wiggle out. Time to call in the dragon for backup. Shocked by the ninja's jaw dropped. A beast like that, from a basic tamer. Dude didn't see that coming. Wild, hungry fire spewed from the dragon, roasting those gross bandages and bones into total dust. Oops! The ninja realized he messed up and totally underestimated this kid's insane firepower. Jang Yi busted out of the ash, got up close, and whacked the confused ninja hard. Wait strong for you, bro. The winner smirked, proving it wasn't just luck, but pure skill. The big lizard got props from its owner. Just wait, this pet's gonna be even scarier next time. The losers who got wrecked started bickering, trying to figure out a plan after getting humiliated. Their plan of jumping him all at once? Yeah, they screamed threats and rushed the guy. Jang Yi laughed, daring them to try their new trick. He looked totally bored by it, seeing the kid's real power. Even the buff dude who was acting all tough suddenly got cold feet. Jang Yi zoomed in for another hit, closing the gap on the stunned guy fast. The shiny gleam of the axe caught the warrior's eye. He knew that incoming weapon meant trouble. That crazy dragonfire kept coming, letting the majestic pet toast everything in its way. Like a boss, the kid handled the 3 weirdos. It wasn't even a fair fight. A random guy showed up and yelled, "Cut it out." He told the 3 losers to get lost. The buff dude begged his boss for a do-over. The boss wasn't having it. He screamed at them to stop embarrassing themselves right now. Smug Jang Yi told the scaredy-cats he'd wait for a fight that wasn't so boring. The happy boss noted the dude's been stuck in this game apocalypse a lot. Changi flinched. How'd he know? He played dumb, acting like the guy was talking nonsense. The game ended 'cause the boss knew about the secret dungeon egg. Proof he's a pro. A sweet gig was offered by the sneaky boss, trying to recruit the talented fighter. The guy paused for dramatic effect, before dropping a hint about what happens if he says no. No pressure, right? Join us or die. That was the vibe before the leader switched to straight-up blackmail. Talk about toxic. I hate bullies like him. My brain scrambled for an exit plan. No way was I touching loot stolen from innocent noobs. I turned that dirty money down flat. Sticking to my guns triggered the boss. 2 giant dragons lunged at me on his silent command. I had already burned my immortality cheat. I was totally out of aces, fighting blind against Mr. Mystery. Yeah, right? I value my skin way too much for that nonsense. Good thing I saved that warp point for a rainy day. Time to bail before things get ugly. City of Dawn. Here I come. Best backup plan ever. Seriously, I love having an escape route. Boss man was salty. I vanished. He swore next time. I am dead meat, no running away allowed. Told Machung why they hate. I apparently ticked off Ronaldo in a past life, or something. Green Hair's jaw dropped. Past lives. That sounds totally bonkers to anyone normal. Moon freaked out, picturing the Avengers coming back to wreck him. Leader's advice: don't wait. Strike first. Frag the enemy before they frag us. Big Boss promised backup, bragging that every player in the game bows to his will. Man, that teleport really saved my bacon. Huge relief. 1 second later, and I would be dragon toast. But who was that weirdo who knew my stats? Maybe he has got a respawn cheat like me. System pinged me. Stamina, 0. Go sleep or you drop kick. 50 coins for a quick heal. 13,000 coin stash is shrinking fast. Hanero and the crew were stressing out, wondering if I had kicked the bucket on that solo run. Boom. I appeared, cracking a joke about surviving. A swim just to chill them out. Bad news, ring is gone. But I promised Hanyaru I would totally get it back, no matter what. Pinky asked where Asura was, out snooping. For intel, I told the medic-girl. Speak of the devil, our archer walked in, right? As we were talking about him, I grilled Chinlong immediately. Spill it. He had a grim look. Not good news. Boss, we gotta hit the auction. He found our stolen ring for sale tonight. Big brain time. The smart boss knew the thief was at the auction just by crunching the info. The perfect setup to snag the ring and bust the crook. Made Zhang Yi grin. Total win. Seeing the double win, leader didn't hesitate. Squaw, we're hitting the auction. No doubts there. The hype girl welcomed everyone to the monthly loot fest, kicking off the bidding war. Heniro asked why. The boss bailed. Gotta hit a VIP spot first, came the reply. A memory of a secret shop popped into Sheng Yi's head. Only pros knew this spot from his past life. He found the sign. Shop of all things possible. Bingo. His memory was totally on point. The crew whispered about the guy who dipped. Who is that mystery dude anyway? They wondered. 800 knights, set ice, and fruit, he ordered fast. No haggling. Straight to business. The secret menu popped up. Spoiled potion. The clerk nodded. Kids got taste. Seeing the price of 4,000 coins, Zhang Yi felt broke. The auction better pay out big time. After getting back, it was dead silent. Did he go to the wrong spot? So awkward. The starting price for the sheepskin scroll dropped. Host girl started with some trash item. Hanyu panicked and told her teammate, no ring here. Just some weird flower. She was stressing out. Nobody cared. The host sighed. Let's skip this dud and get to the cool stuff. Jing Yi's hand shot up. He knew the vibe stat was a rare dragon race mission scroll. Noobs think it's the pro thought, but this scrap is actually priceless loot. Next up, that stolen undead ring. The crowd went absolutely nuts as the host brought it out. 10,000 gold coins. That price tag instantly hooked a buyer, ready to ball out. Zhang Yi spotted Shu Yang with a Beast Stray Sky. Weird duo. What's the tea there? He schooled his friend, the Beast City crew. Read about him somewhere? He shrugged it off. The Beast guy was buying the ring, period. Money was no object. Total flex. Move. Some hater raged about a beast in the city and started trash-taunting the stranger. Big guy smashed the trash. That's one way to reply. A furious beast, guy snarked. Who let you into this city? Checking the stunned mob after that flex of power, the victim mocked his caveman punching skills, refusing to lose the roast battle. Jungi stepped in. To call his rival a total loser and claim that ring, we nudged his beastly buddy, telling Chiang about the god-tier talent guy. He's better than everyone, even god-tier noob. Mighty Shuer smirked, totally vibing with his own power. Duancheng told the boss, we need a loud distraction, fast. Qinlong and Duanfang cracked up. We're down to Tro, agreeing to do the job, ASAP. Bold trolls hit the crowd, yelling about beasts in human zones. Those poor beasts. Guys got roasted by the mob, who reminded them. We've hated you show-off since level 1. A massive brawl kicked off between humans and beasts, wrecking the auction hall. Jing Yi chugged a high-tier invis potion right then, vanishing from sight for 3 whole minutes. Smart dude had extra potions ready to go. Knowing his master plan was officially live, he tossed fire and smoke bombs. Chaos level, maximum. A wild riot exploded, making everyone forget the loot. Mr. Invisible decided to swipe that ring. Amid the panic, Jungi knew it was prime steal in time. As he sneakily neared the prize, that beastly dude kept raging, fighting harder, and loving it. Invisible, Zhang Yi crept up behind the cocky jerk, planning some instant karma. Bam! One hit sent him face-planting, hard, totally confused by the hit. The victim looked for his ghost attacker. The invisible hero smacked C2 Yan next, using his Kansia mode to strike. Both victims were totally baffled, clueless about who was beating him up. With 10 seconds of invis left Zhang Yi, he popped golden speed. The warrior speed hacked his way through, buffing his agility. Zooming out of that messy hall like a literal rocket, Cha blew up, mission complete. Time to ghost this sketchy auction site. The mage chick was like, where's the boss? Is he dead? When the squad finally linked up, snatching the ring was a breeze. Zhang Yi flexed the loot from his ghost mode heist. Sending unpaid loot back to owners was explained by a pro warrior. These game mechanics are totally weird. Since the ring was sealed, the GM swore to hunt down the owner and expose the real jewel thief. Post-warp, the tired team, totally hyped up, the epic leader, thanking him for the win. The boyfriend promised his nervous girl he'd definitely get the ring back. Third. Warp Cube came out. Zhang Yi prepped to jump to the sneaky thief spot. The guy was pumped to bust a real snatcher as he clicked the magic item. Turns out the stolen ring belonged to that same bunny toy girl who just got her item back. Post-warp, she accused Zhang Yi of swiping the ring and trapping her, screaming about his evil plan. The rogue girl admitted the guy, mad skills. Shocked, he actually escaped the Gods Guild, demanding the ring back and threatening to kill. The angry warrior chased the girl to serve some justice. Zhang Yi grabbed her robe, stopping the slick thief from bailing. The tricky liar prepped for a strike switching from run into fighting in a split second. The warrior knew he had to move fast. Trap set, but Rue popped up, blaming the freak for dodging him. The big dude cheered his luck. Chasing the run paid off now. He's got a bonus target. The number of the girl's haters shocked Zhang Yi. Everyone wanted a piece of this thief. The scared victim act began. She faked tears and cried for her brother to save her. A savage growl came from the foe, vowing to crush both of them at once. A raging beastman faced the real rhino spirit, charging up energy to chop the guy down. Zhang Yi was ticked. She calls him bro then runs? What a coward. A sec later, 8 HP vanished. The beastly jerk hit him with a massive blow. The attack stung, exposing the beast tamer's low defense. The warrior respected that raw power. Hand over the girl and kneel right now. On your knees. The Hulk sneered, looking down on the kid, screaming about me cheating. The stalker charged with zero chill. My jaw dropped. Zhang Yi blinked. Bro, who is feeding you this garbage info? He kept ranting about some imaginary drama, totally ignoring I didn't do it. He hallucinated me touching the girl's chin. A twisted memory that made the beast dude super jelly. He is just salty. I got the girl, and he didn't. Mystery solved. Chunji noted. This guy is glitching out and wobbly. No point arguing with crazy. I switched my weapon to fire mode. Time to roast him. Fire. Licked the blades as I swung for a spicy combo. Kakishu laughed. That is it. A tiny spark feels like a tickle. Total disrespect. Changi hopped back. Tactical nope out. Since fire flopped, the beastman ripped his coat off to flex his true power. Cringe. Demon fire started. 22 glowing in his eyes. Okay, he actually looks scary now. His eyes blazed, looking totally frickidicky scary. A damage boost in fire vortex spun up. Around me. What kind of broken skill is this? Only one choice. Chug. Hell spot. Zhang Yi grabbed a bottle to heal up. Beast guy didn't wait, rushing me while I drank. Rude. But boom. Zhang Yi hit max HP. Thanks to that top-tier juice. Out of gas. I teased. Time to wrap this up. A thief watched nearby. Pointless fight, he calculated. Ju laughed, calling me out. Potions will not save you. The real party is starting. He popped Bloodthirsty Rage, legendary talent, doubling damage and adding life. Totally broken. His health bar zoomed back up, undoing my damage. The insane amount of healing shocked Zhang Yi. That region is a cheat code. I scrambled back, needing a plan B. Fast. He is the shift from Rondo to Killbot via legendary skills spooked the pro. School is in session. The confident foe bragged, eyeing a win. The plan was toast. Zhang Yi ditched the healing spam. He needed a smarter play to beat the faking a wobble. He mocked the Rager's power, hiding his real trap behind a smirk. Totally useless. The beast roared, laughing at the potion, chugging. I'll crush you no matter how much juice you drink. Zhang Yi downed another one. Cool as ice. Trap set. Charging up, he flashed his lightning skills. Watch this. Guys, the two rivals clashed. Do or die. Wham. Axe met body. Looked like a rookie mistake. But, waity, let it hit him. Zhang Yi grinned. All part of the crazy plan. Beast dude froze. Totally confused. Why take the hit? And what's that drink? Gotta bleed to kill, he teased. Mind games. Panic started. Setting in. What kind of potion was that? Then it hit. The poison spiked. Minus 100 HP per second. Draining life fast. Zhang Yi waved the bottle. Thirsty. Beastman realized he got played. Attacking just triggered the toxic trap. Epic fail. You're going down first. Yelled Sure, betting on his HP lead. You sure? Laughed Zhang Yi, popping Immortal Body. A no reverse card. Your stats are looking kinda sad. Zhang Yi grilled him. Need a cure. It ain't free though. He grinned. No charity here. Name your price. Desperate mode engaged. Used to be in. Jang Yi shrugged. Now. 50,000. Inflation. Bro. Dude checked his wallet. Only 48,000? Close enough. Gimme. Instant regret for the sobbing loser. Got scammed so hard. He chugged the antidote. Like a maniac to stop the HP drain. Suddenly, pink-haired girl drop-kicked his back. She looked savage. Ready to settle the score? Payback time. Screaming, no way. At the sheer ridiculousness of the interruption, furious Chower vowed to delete the intruder. Then the venom kicked in, freezing him solid. Beast Bro realized he couldn't twitch a single muscle. Helpless, he watched her pull a knife for the finale. She went full fruit ninja with that blade, unloading Zircho rage on her paralyzed foe. Payback time. She cheered, seeing his HP bar red, jamming a sharp end right into his chest. She ended the big guy without pity. Dying, he mumbled about their romance conger, a super creepy bro. Jung Wee gasped. You came back. He figured she'd ghosted to cling to her brother. Fear of being town, enemy number one, drove her actions. Ignoring excuses, Too Young, just glared jealously at the guy drowning in pretty girls. Clueless to the plot, the goons panicked. At their boss getting fragged. Total vibe shift. Mr. Big Mouth tried to stealthily. Nope, out. Hoping to avoid getting wrecked too. Going somewhere, boomed, freezing him in his tracks. The floor cracked open, blocking the jerk's exit. Using insane golden speed, Jung Yi zoomed right into the guy's face. Why'd the furries invade? Spill it, he demanded. Just hunting the girl, and the map Sadu blurted out, swearing there was zero other info about the raid-provoking map. Jung Yi mulled over the intel. Pinky pulled a card that screamed got, exposing the real reason she was being one skill per noob, Jung Yi thought, guessing why she couldn't equip the OP item. Whoa, those past life rumors were actually legit. Remembering she'd fragged a guy, he realized, God skills drop when you PK the owner. If this info leaks, it's gonna be a total bloodbath. Sichuan begged, hoping for an easy out. Dungi Matov let the dude walk away, unharmed, but that shiny card changed everything, dealing a death sentence to take the secret. To the grave, he ruthlessly deleted the threat. The lurking thief was reminded of the close, sizing up Jang Yi's risky spot, doing the danger math. That OP divine card totally matched the skill. Cautious warrior dude realized it, clueless about her mystery card. Jang Yi proposed a swap. The ring and map, just to bury the hatchet. Smart move. She wondered if her stalker was actually for real. Curious, she cut in, via proposals, honesty, his motives, and the ring's hype. Or, who owned it? Sly thief, did the math. She finally agreed to return the bling, reluctantly cave into his nagging. But keeping the card, that was non-negotiable. He drew a hard line. Deal done? He told her to keep the map on the down low or face the drama. She warned him. Payback's coming, so make quick getaway. AEW, she cares about her stalker. Mr. Confident thanked her for the heads up, mocking that dumb giant's zero chance of winning. Guildies gossiped about Beastman's crazy combat skills, respecting the power until a wild new foe popped up, swinging at the distracted squad. Jungi arrived clutch, backstabbing the enemy to save M, vowing to send foes to the grave. Next, don't mess with his crew. The returning boss got major cheers for showing up on time. Guide told the witch girl the ring was back. Promise kept, needing a quick level up since baddies hit level 50. Jang Yi weighed divine luck. Major risk. Crazy luck has a dark side. Once the secret's out, every player will hunt. Divine card holder. Talk about a wanted target. On Dawn Street, guildies chatted about maxing levels. Jang Yi had to finish the second-ranked job quest ASAP to boost his skills. Outside the hall, a massive axe crushed a dude, shocking the crowd. The insane 20,000 point cost triggered the mob. Total ripoff. Axe Girl swung her weapon, daring anyone to try. Jang Wi voiced his interest, spying the cute examiner. Winning isn't just stats, but combat skills too, she noted, checking his grit. She points to the scorebot, breaking down the test. The win con? Hit 20,000 points, she says, wrapping up. Game on. Jang Yi says, popping gold speed to strike first. His speed was insane. Noticed by the girl watching the intro. Dude uses chain lightning, zapping the examiner girl. 2,000 points scored. He thinks it's a breeze. Crazy. Seeing him snag 2,000 points at the start, the crowd is shook. Pinky swings her void hammer at the cocky noob. That punch at MAD power, docking him 2,000 points. Guild peeps call her a second-rank pro, eyeing her skills with respect. The guild scene crazy drama, but the boss always finds a hack. Jang Yi barely stands after. Hammer slam, feeling the burn. He roasts her ego, vowing never again. Past life? This loser fought her 200 times and lost. But Zhang Yi's got XP stacked up for this boss fight. Shared vision, that Tamer cheat code, links him to his beasts, boosts his dodge stats big time. Spry, Zhang Yi dodges the hammer like a ninja, reading moves like a book. He shocks her, shaking her confidence. 1,000 bonus points for the dodge. He's hyped, nearing the goal. He knows he can dodge whatever, thanks to his spy crows. She spots the link between his wins and the crows. Figuring out his strut, she preps the Voidstorm hammer to nerf him. A ton of hammers spawn, making the test super hard. Not him, the crow is the target. Zhang Yi clocks her smart play. That dead crow proved the girl is actually big brain. She's got crazy spamming dodge wasn't gonna cut it forever, and bro started sweating bullets about his score. Time to he mixed dragon, fire and lightning, then yeeted himself at her like a total maniac. Boom! 6,000 points dropped for the warrior, getting him way closer to that sweet victory. Ranked to test, crushed it, got the title to prove he's the GOAT. Everyone in the guild was simping hard over their boss's insane skills. Total hype. Muchon felt absolutely cracked in his new drip at Moon Castle, prepping to throw hands soon. He flexed the God-tier loot to his squad, swearing they'd catch an easy dub in the next fight. Muchon got curious, asking if he was so. Boss was like, nah, I got a squad of pros. Big boss made sure their gear was maxed out so the team wouldn't flop when it mattered. Boss made Muchon the shot caller, putting the whole raid on him. A big shot promised to clutch up if things got messy, proving he really wanted that win. But the boss warned, you only get one lifeline, so don't be a noob and waste the support. Muchon told the crew, Dawn City, let's roll, payback time. The cocky boss swore he'd make Zhang Yi cry for messing with him. He was out for blood. Back at a kebab joint in Dawn City, the guild was chilling, raiding the grub. Their leader told the noobs to hit training tomorrow to level up their game. Qinlong got hype about the Tier 2 skills and begged the boss to show off the moves. Zhang thought about his cracked anti-CC and fear buffs, but admitted he was still a noob at him. While the squad was Muin crashed the party out of nowhere, killing the mood. The creep didn't come solo. He brought 4 goons who looked ready to throw down. Zhang Yi smirked at the kid. Food's so good you came to die, swearing he wouldn't run this time. Muin raged, trash-talked him, and vowed payback. Muchon told his goons to spawn camp the others so he could 1v1 the main guy. Duanfeng stepped up to clatter the bandage ninja weirdo. Ready for a solo showdown? Salty Duan whipped out his gear, totally done with it, dissing the loudmouth for screaming like a total banshee. Dude got shook by how crazy fast that blade swiped, peeping the enemy's stats and realizing it's bad news. So he noped out, shooting webs like Spidey to bail. Bad vibes started flowing as the shady creep prepped his killer combo move. Purple Doom zoomed past Boss Man, aiming for the dock. That funky neon glow wrapped the healer up tight like a terrifying burrito. She screamed her head off, begging for a save from that weird, sticky magic goo. Poor dude froze up, unable to lift a finger to help, wondering why his legs just quit. He realized it was that cheap shadow bind skill. Muin puffed his chest out, bragging that his shadow jutsu totally wrecked him. He dared the frozen dude to move, then tossed cocky Muchon at the sitting duck. Blade out, expecting an easy GG on the paralyzed guy, but joke's on him, he stabbed a decoy doll. Classic ninja switcheroo. The real dude charged up zap bowls in his fist, cooking up a nasty shock for the stunned bully. Blasted chain lightning right at his face. But wait, the zap did 0 damage. Zhang Yi blinked. How'd he shrug that off? That armor is top tier loot for this level. Muchon laughed. Can't touch this, loser. Then he prepped his ult star purgatory. Uh-oh, big panic moment. Only one way out. Gotta call in the big guns. Dragon time. Zhang gave his scaly pal a quick thanks, bro. Knowing he couldn't solo this tanky jerk, he told Xiaoyi to unleash a storm wing blast, picking the perfect move to crack that shell. The beast didn't hesitate and nuked the cocky guy, barely hanging on. Shocked Monet tried to tank that massive dragon hit. Finally, realizing he might actually get wrecked, Zhang Yi flexed his Tamer skills. Total skill gap. Once the dust settled, Moon saw the massive level 2 dragon and gasped. Just realized his huge oops dragon snagged him. Master swore to school that traitor in a 1v1. So Muchon wondered why Carlos ghosted him on the rank to trial. Super sus. Then it hit him, that scroll, the perfect clutch item for this mess. Dug into his pocket, eager to pop the item and flip the script. Zhang Yi was ready to show this noob his true power level. Boom, scrawl activates, dragon spawns. Talk about a plot twist. Its jaws clamped down on a clueless Shia. That's gotta hurt. Wrecked. Zhang Yi scrambled, trying to shake off the beast's death grip. but no P crashed hard. Grounded. So much for flying. Mucha realized Carlos wasn't lying. That dragon was totally owning the enemy pet. Get up! The girl, the squad yelled, throwing hands with the rival guild. They knew it was do or die. Henyo got resourceful, blasting ice from her staff at the intruders. Orders 2. Kill the girl came down, and the skeleton marched into battle. But I can't. Bone shield tanked the ice shots. 0 damage. Tough luck. Chinlong grabbed his bow. Nobody bullies the miss on my watch. He fired a light arrow, smashing that invincible wall like glass. That arrow was a beast, zooming at the target like lightning. It zipped through the air, closing in on the bad guys in a blink. Teamwork made the dream work. The healer slipped her cuffs and was free. The enemy mage panicked, trying to cast another binding spell to stop her. Dark magic, useless against the girl who shrugged it off and sprinted back to her crew. Hanyaru asked, "Is Duan winning?" "He's wrapping it up." They said the ninja versus knight duel was heating up. Mad skills on display. The guy was mummified in bandages, with just one eye peeking out. He ripped, "Demois? Time to end this marathon," he declared. He charged in, ready to finally settle the score. Many speedy combos wrecked the dude. 0 chance to fight back. One baddie down, shouted a returning buddy, reminding him to stomp the 3 leftovers. "Don't get cocky," sneered the creepy guy, claiming their master plan worked perfectly despite the fails. Chaos. A scroll summoned a mega dragon, wrecking everything in sight. That sneaky Beitan switch trick totally freaked out the guild. Seeing they aimed for the boss, the Nidabeo was clear to Zhang Yi. "Gotta save the normies. That savage level 4. Emperor was too hot. I have to find a weak spot in its defense." Vowing to finally end the drama, the warrior prepped to crush his rival. Dragon Emperor kept spitting fire, trying to toast the dodgy dude with a breath attack. Smirking like a cocky noob, Muin faced the charger, acting all tough and confident. Zhang Yi lost 500 HP to the fire, thinking about a Soban to tank the damage. Mastiel did the big guy's right wing, telling his pet to aim for the soft spot. Wings were key. Break him too. Nerf the flying beast's power. Huge 1500 HP drop for the dragon. That Strat rock Muin was totally shook by armor cracking after the hit. It was linked to the summon. Weird difference between damage dealt and taken. Yesod's defense was trash. The likely fake dragon vibe showed. It was just a contract ghost, not real. Confused Mu gawked at his burning hand, clueless, not getting the glitch or the hidden meaning behind the guild peeps showing up. The scroll's trap started to click for smart Zhang Yi. He figured it out. Dude didn't know the scroll's side effects. Tamer spilled the tea. The body ages fast as the price. Yi called out the permadamage. Doubt in the trash talk. Muin swore to drag him to hell, YOLO style, ready to give it all to the dragon. The summoner ignored his own safety. Threats of wiping out. Muin was totally losing it, screaming at everyone to bow down to his godly vibes. The sky dumped spicy lava everywhere. On the town cause of some psycho wizard, terrifying the normies who thought he was totally unhinged. 0 character growth. Even in the face of death, Zhang Yi told his rival, sounding super done with him, kicking himself for being so blind before. He ignored the random yapping about being unkillable or whatever, which just kept getting screamed by the dude who was officially losing his marbles. Zhang Yi noticed the enemy had fully snapped, watching the one smart guy turn into a total hot mess. The dragon Emperor kept spamming attacks on the dude, ignoring his master's glitchy behavior. The only cheat code to cut the link between the fake and real body. Smash the summon scroll. Zhang Yi prepped his move. He shouted the order 2. Cover his 6 to his bestie dragon, getting ready for a super sketchy playmate. With one YOLO jump, the brave fighter yeeted himself at the threat, ready to wreck that magic trinket. The rival let out a salty scream as Zhang Yi got close and obliterated the scroll with one heavy hit. His loyal dragon took a dive, seen by the stressed master, watching the chaos unfold with the Dragon Emperor. Shocked guildies chatted about the high body count and getting payback on the culprits. Peeping the wreckage, the intense brawl, his loyal dragon basically sacrificed itself to save his skin, making Zhang Yi dead set on saving his scaly friend. The smart fighter realized sneaky Carlo was pulling the strings on this whole mess. The mystery boss is determined to make that puppet master pay for his crimes no matter what, and he swore he'd get his get back. Outside the Dawn City, a Shukanero saw his boss way too early, totally confused about why he just popped up out of nowhere. In this apocalypse world, the revival potion was absolute gold. It could fully heal you, no matter how much you chugged. A beast of a guy was on death's door, needing quick magic to survive. Zhang Yi zoomed through the woods, knowing he had to snag that potion for his dying pet, ASAP. This forest girl, Leah, got hit up by a desperate guy hoping she'd mix a rare drink for him. The boy remembered last time when he traded all the mats for that revival juice. The beat-up fighter got help chugging the magic juice from the girl, who was surprisingly chill. She was kinda curious about these random guests as the forest girl let a new visitor into her secret hideout. Worried sick, Zhang Yi begged the forest secret keeper for a revival potion quest. The promise of saving his sick friend came from kind Leah, calming the panicked visitor down. The keys to the 3 legendary potion. Smart guy promised to snag the loot solo. The confused chick was like, "How'd you know that?" But bro just dipped. Quest number 1 for the life juice, back to the demon tower. Snagging 3 ultra rare drops. In 2 weeks, Leah was stressing big time. Hanero clocked the secret. Miss Shua stalking his weird boss. Bestie offered to hunt the other 2 items. Hyped to carry the team. The kid yeeted to Dragon Tower. Ready? To bust in? Gotta brew that pet potion? Some dude banged on the mega gate, yelling at it to open. ASAP people. A scary boss popped out, wondering who had a death wish, and woke him up. Jang just kicked the knight. Total disrespect. The warriors skipped the chat. Porto, now. The big bad? Knight raged. You again, you little punk? Jungi saw this vibe check as prime time to flex a new skill. Rank 2 and Lucky spammed soul hack to expose enemy glitches. The enemy started seeing their own nightmares. The vision's word OP, crashing his soul link. It shook him. Monsters have human memories. A confused Jang stared at 2 sketchy colored portals. Where's the blue one? Curious. He eyeballed the red portal, breaking rules to explore the weird path. He warped to the 30th floor. Major skip. The game god smirked. Guest has arrived. The sync button got smashed by the GM, starting the weird download. The boss wanted to hop out and troll the guy. Transfer complete. The 30th floor was totally different, hitting different with its vibe. Jang Yi's jaw dropped. The red portal was a shortcut, straight to floor 30, totally skipping the grind. Huge time saver. Now he could focus on snagging that life essence to save his pet. Then, a crazy heavy pressure hit him as a weird purple glow lit up the room. He threw up a shield just as a massive purple blast zoomed at him with insane power. Boom! A level 60 fallen angel, Seraphim, popped up. Talk about a major power gap. This dude looked like a literal god-tier boss. The scary angel promised total destruction to the gutsy guy who dared hit floor 30. Jang Yi dodged like a pro. Nearby, Berserker started waking up from his long magic nap in the tower. A pebble bonked him right on the face, snapping him out of his coma. He stumbled up, totally dazed, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Where am I? He only remembered floor 8, before getting warped to who knows. Then he spotted Jang Yi as his vision finally cleared up. His brain buzzed with questions as he looked around the weird place. Then the shock hit him. Was this the second rank test? That's suicide. Even the angel looked confused by the newbie, unaware of the deity's vibe. The skeletons nearby were old victims of this angel's rampage in the city of Dawn. Jang Yi, new looking, on the bright side, wasn't gonna cut it. So, he cooked up a crazy plan. He walked to a skull and whispered a secret code. Want revenge? He asked, waking them up. The angel went from confused to totally shocked at this weirdo's moves. Using his god-tier spirit talent, Jang Yi raised the dead army. They swarmed the guy who killed them ages ago, super thirsty for payback. Seraphim panicked as bony hands grabbed his legs. He realized these scraps were actually dangerous. Skeleton got distracted, so Jang Yi yoinked that shiny loot instantly. Big scary lightning came from Mr. God Complex, trying to stop the defying noob. A thunder nuke dealing 500 magic damage for 10 whole minutes, sparking everywhere. The Seraphim went full rage mode, ready to wreck house. Angel Dude raised a hand, charging up a massive zap. For the final Jang Yi's eyes went wide, total shock. Seeing the doom, the angel screamed, "Game over, kiddos. Time for the boss fights, lethal stage." That sparkly thundersword was in the Seraphim's grip, ready to blast everything. Boom! A beam hit the boss from nowhere, totally flipping the script. Berserk, the sorceress's bro, landed a sick backstab right when things got messy. Players got a ping. Boss took damage. System shutting down. Everyone saw it live. You got lucky for now. The retreating monster glitched out, swearing they'd fight again. Chungi asked Bahong, "Yo, why's the lobby so crowded on this floor?" Props for the epic play came from a fan. Seeing his pal's clutch move, the game master cued the battle replay in the tower to see what the heck happened. Watching the VOD to find a bug, the nervous dev analyzed every frame. That sneaky Berserker pop-up is caught on cam, showing the plot twist. Beside the game, God sits as loyal mod, checking out the security fail. One guy went enhance bottom corner to see the details. The shocked admin spotted the floor 8's cyborg dropping a Berserker mid. Only 3 hours till the tower. cloth, and green hair hinted the boss wouldn't camp till dark. A pop-up cut off his thoughts, and the hero saw something totally wild. Two familiar avatars spawned in front of the Tamer, the guild boss and the bro, just appearing out of thin air. Peeping his squad, the dude realized, nobody, talking about, enro ghosting us since dawn. The brave fighter pondered how total weird this was. Peeping his squad, acting sus, and clocking the glitches. Flashback. Last night, homegirl was totally vibing by that statue, with her eyes shut. Thinking about, the mage's late-night plaza trip gave our Tamer a big brain moment. Prayer quest alert. This prayer gig was a rare, fun side quest in this doom world. You gotta worship at 3 sharp in the main plaza. Dreamstone, loot thoughts popped up. Rare drop. Oh yeah, he remembered. Boss man was 100% sure where that creepy villa was. Bet are missing, which is crashing there, he said. That freezing city welcomed our 3 pals with Mangling's fancy pink mansion. Total eye candy. Couldn't text. A super confused Shinlong realized signals were totally dead here. Yikes. That crib weirdly belonged to the dream god, said a smart fighter, spotting the anti-Beatty shields. The weird vibe of the villa grounds blocking all our DIMs was just because of the spooky magic, explained the pro Tamer. Sure, they'd find the missing girl, a hype Jangy warned. Split up inside, and we might not meet up again. Purple dream ghosts popped up in the creepy woods. Noobs, beware, they bite. Squad geared up fast. Brave girl fired up her grip skill on M. The junior pal cheered as the mage trapped those spirits with a sick move. In the brawl, dude spotted Hanaru, ice boss, taking charge like a champ. Magic girl cast a rare spell, blasting a crazy ice storm. Because of that cute mage's skills, the gang wrecked those ghosts. Fight over Peep saw a cool dream flower spawn from a dead ghost. Getting close. The hype squad guessed it was worth big bucks. Then bam, screaming started. Terrified, they watched some Rondo reach for the magic flower, shake it. Total panic hit the 3 heroes as things got nasty. Touching that dream, spirit remains. Girl didn't know an elite boss might spawn. Vet fighter didn't see the boss coming. It called M. Puni rude. The freak thing mocked the scared travelers. Go home, kids. The guys who just beat the spirits froze, sensing major vibes of doom from this new foe. Shook heroes stared at the bloodflower queen. Scared, stiff. That beast instantly wrapped M in red vines. Couldn't move or wiggle. The crew was totally lost on why the beast looked like Hanyaru till they saw the OP dream skill link. Pinky screeched like a banshee. For backup, failing hard to escape the plant's death grip, the sharp mage saw that the weird blooms hated light, giving her a clutch brain blast. She yeeted a glow rock down fast, ready to execute her sick play. The mage was like, yo, magic weeds hate brightness, so blast Sam with flash spells. The tank broke loose using sunshine, a wicked healing glow skill. The healer girl was stoked to thank the big brain pal who saved their skins just in time. Boom, a killshot arrow zipped in from nowhere with aimbot hacks. The fatal dart pierced the mage, totally freezing the blood of the shook squad. Scared noobs yelled about elite Bloodgate mobs popping up on the stat screens. They knew the flash drew aggro, but stayed for the fat loot anyway. The new furry enemies told the guests to get off their turf right now, or else. The salty aliens claimed the bloodflower drop was Dude clocked the biggest guild in Ice City, famous for griefing noobs and scrubs. Hanero, said Bale, knowing they were sitting ducks for these guys. The gang tried to ghost it, but one sharp enemy player still spotted their moves. The sharp foe clocked the mage among the runners, racking his brain on where he'd seen her. The sly foe cast a wind blast that ripped her hood, totally doxing her face. Beastie gasped that this chick was at the auction, grabbing all eyes. The ops boxed in the scared trio, flexing that karma served him up for a beat. The MC's buddy tried to chill the beef, but claiming she was just a lil sis who didn't want the loot. The bullies ignored the peace talk and booted him in the gut. The kid fell on his back and rolled away from the force of that savage hit. The furry foe laughed, saying nobody meets him and just walks off. The restless op didn't stall and instantly swung his massive axe for the kill. The hype mage popped her ultra rare divine summon skill. Magic spirits spawned instantly, blocking the lethal axe smash. Bystanders stared, confused at the attackers were total noobs, targeting the healer and the girl who wasn't even aggro. A wild brawl popped off between aggro beast freaks and a gutsy dude with his The pro mage girl chucked a huge fireball at the creeps, but a sneaky foe rushed the witch, catching her totally off guard. The savage baddie threatened to wreck her for not playing nice. By the gate, Zhang Yi saw folks dipping and asked why the scared runners told him beastmen were fragging every player they saw. The squad realized it was serious and had to save their bestie. Like buff beast dudes brutally choked Hanyu, who was barely gasping for air. Bad guy said spill on the guild boss or it's game over. The other jerks roasted her for throwing her life away for her squad. Mid-cackle, they got sliced in too. Total silence. The guy choking? The mage freaked, seeing a battle axe zooming at his face. Then a massive fist flew in to smash the stunned dude. Mad Zhang Yi decked the girls. Bully square in the jaw with max rage. The Tamer yelled at the loser for messing with a girl. Upset hero said sorry to her. Savior for their trouble. She just wanted to help. Baddie got up smirking, calling our hero a total noob. The shady folk told his minions to grab the kid for some torture time. Zhang Yi sweated as tons of enemies surrounded them. Then, the angry fighters heard weird shouts and spun around. Xinlong and Bahong vowed to wreck the bullies. Fists ready. The kid said that enemies are shady. Don't fall for their bait. The mage handed him a key item, saying use with caution. She passes a rare death ring boosting all stats by 10 points. The Tamer knew this op gear was exactly what he needed now. He charged in, using absorb power to easily wipe the floor with them. Calling the Bloodgate crew trash, he teased to show his stamina. With a major stat buff, the warriors saw them aiming back. Zhang Yi thanked them for the arrow stayed triggeries. Purposefully tanking hits, he triggered a passive to summon a hell dragon. Luck was totally on our tank side, and a massive hell dragon literally spawned from the smoke. It spat purple fire everywhere, wiping the map and freaking everyone out. The bad guy was absolutely shook by the hero's op stats, refusing to accept the L. Triggered, he popped his rage ult to avenge his squad, but then, huge plot, weapon snapped mid. Talk about a critical fail. Dude froze, wondering why his gear turned to garbage. He was stuck, too scared to even twitch. Knowing it was game over for him, blade at his neck, the hero chilled. I pwned you once. I'll do it again. With zero hesitation, he ended him saying, hope your respawn is less trash. Qinlong asked, what's the deal with the elite mob they were supposed to leave alive for now? Tamer told the mage, give that beast the quest loot. The mob got hype, calling the squad lucky legends for returning as rock, and said, follow me. Everyone looked confused, and she whispered, is this a trap or what? Trailing the weird guide, he mumbled about waking some deep-sea spirit. Suddenly, a gorgeous goddess, Avatar manifested from the water. The watery lady said, sup, I'm one of the 9 apocalypse gods. Casual flex. She was surprisingly stoked about how long she'd been camping there waiting for decent players. Started rambling about ancient times and the laggy wait for a hero. Then she dropped the bomb. First player to find her gets a steer legendary loot. An arrow gasped. That dream flower she'd been grinding for was right there. She was literally beaming. Finally, her magic flower could save the dragon. Xinlong checked the perimeter, calling out young master, while Tamori told the crew to check the revive potion recipe. The herbalist whipped up. Zheng Wei totally nailed the crafting, making one epic dose. The warrior was vibing, thinking at last his dragon bestie wouldn't get deleted. He pataed his low-age pet, chilling it out before the heal. He fed the dragon, the elixir, watching for the status effect. Shoki started glowing like a glow stick, health bar refilling. Enro screamed with joy that she'd super stoked the dragons. Okay, missed the big guy. That mysterious goddess was totally creeping on the squad from the sidelines. Bam, the villa's secret quest just glitched on right in their faces. Surprise. Mage Girl totally lagged out, brain buffering at the weirdness. Bahong went full alert mode, yelling at the crew to watch it. The sorceress gazed at the goddess, eyes huge, grinning like a total fan. 1,000 years back, ghost armies wrecked the place, bringing major doom vibes. Manglin's crib was the only safe spot left during that dark invasion mess. 10 gods yeeted themselves to seal the Ghost King boss. Beaten King was like, this seal is just a pause button. Post-war, nobody knew where. The other 9 protectors ghosted completely. Goddess said she'd been napping, waiting for worthy news. She explained this projection was just a glitch left for the chosen one. Han Yarrow gasped as the goddess poofed into nothingness. The quest, find the lost gods, using old, weird riddles. The sharp Tamer warned the squad to move to the spot and gear up fast. Tired hero heard creepy sounds and spun around to check it. Weird monsters with glowing red eyes just ambushed the friend group from everywhere. The leader screamed, incoming, and told M to be careful. Enchantress took the mobs. Leader 1v2, the big bosses. The pro sorceress cast a wicked ice blast to freeze those gross creeps in their tracks. Feeling smug, the magician announced that the situation was chill and ready for a counterslap. Suddenly, she panicked, seeing the ice head started cracking. Her magic wasn't holding them. The monsters busted out, shaking off the ice like dandruff. Enchantress's bro charged right at them, deciding a YOLO attack was the best move. Embracing his inner Berserker, Bahong went full beast mode with his giant weapon. Fire burst from the leaping dude, toasting those haters. With 1/6 swing of his massive blade, The raging Berserker chopped a monster's head off. Keeping up, Jang Yi and Qinlong fought the ugly beasts. The squad leader showed off, jumping with his weird battle ball. Finishing his share of the grind, the commander flexed that he'd wiped the enemies. Mage figured, escaping meant waking the goddess and winning. Sharfight. Chick spots freaky, ghost butterflies flapping round. Jang Yi pops his loot, radar hoping for answers fast. Deep down below, thanks to his hacks, bro spots a sus chest, hidden underwater. Confused archer goes, yo, why is there mobs in the safe zone? Ghost Clan got wrecked. Enchantress says, wait, they shouldn't be here? With those weird butterflies? Jung Yi knew, his hunch was totally legit. Concerning this fake vibe, it's a goddess dream, not a real crib. Tamari says the squad got stuck. Dream logic, not game rules. Explains why those dead ghosts are back. Dude says, only a dream. Goddess can trap a whole squad. Tamer notes. Into the creepy lake, zero chill. Bro dives in, yelling come on guys. Boom, tentacles, shoot up. Snagging the mage girl tight. Nasty vines grab the girls. Frame so hard, she's totally stuck. Jangai rushes in, slicing those slimy arms, ASA. Mob heals fast. Archer sees it, pops a shield spell. Tamari tells the crew, find that secret door. Ready to wreck the beast? Buff Berserker and Archer dive to find the entrance. Following the lead, the brave dudes push the heavy door, but water makes it tough. Only 5 secs left on the buff. Gotta hustle. Hoping it works. Bahang yells one last pull to crack it open. Suddenly, the water-breathing magic dies, leaving him open to deep-sea trouble. They crack the doors, Buchup's ancient magic blocks, and at this moment, Jungi's fighting the big squid, tying up its arms. 'Cause the Tamer was quick. He saves the pretty mage from getting wrecked. Hero reaches out, like grab my hand, quick. Popping a shield skill, the young guy pulls her close, blocking those creepy monster vines. Even so, one pesky vine wraps his leg, trying to drag him to the deep end. The squad rush to the rescue, ready to chop that giant beast limb off. Bahang screams from the door, demanding, slam that door shut before we're toast. Slice, bro chopped the tentacle and saved his buddy. Clutch move. Shook. The squad huddled, realizing how close we came to being squid food. Yikes. Jungi was like, Chilgi. Monsters locked out. The walls of the weird room had funky symbols. The gang was mesmerized. Tamer knew this text. Ghost Clan stuff? Remembered the goddess saying bad vibes ruled here. Bet a massive brawl went down here ages ago, leaving behind some seriously creepy leftovers. Squad stressed about the link between the Ghost Clan and the end of the world. Old myths say, we're doomed. Total apocalypse. Incoming. Zero hope. Wait. Enro spotted something. Yo, check that ray spot up ahead. Up on that stone stage, Dream Goddess was chained up. We found her. Peeping closer at the scene, the squad realized it was a total setup. Some lady's nasty voice boomed from the throne, calling us little bugs. Rude. She asked if we knew whose house we just broke into. Smirking, she was like, wow, you mortals walked far to die here. Cruel lady walked to the goddess, saying, destiny sucks, deal with it. Blamed the prisoner for dragging us butterflies into her dark crib. Villain loved it. Killing guests is fun entertainment. Our brave guy yelled, let her go, right now. Yeah, which, she sneered, sounding super mean. Make me. She wasn't letting go. Voice dropping low. She said nobody ever leaves her place breathing. Whoosh! She whipped magic chains out, with crazy power, using chains like extra arms. She grabbed a massive rock in the middle, flexed hard, and smashed a rock into sharp bits. Heroes saw ghost leftovers everywhere. Saw a chance to fight. So Dream Goddess, mentally DMD. Turns out, she was secretly OP-like, way stronger than she guessed. The evil queen, stressed out as some weird drama unfolded right there. She stood there, useless, while a magic link-up buffed the goddess and the young mage, giving them an edge. Every skelly and zombie in the zone mobbed the shocked heroes, suddenly stepping up to guard the party crashers. Laughing, the villain threw shady. Even the goddess flopped with those cheats last time. No planning needed. Bahang and Yetted and swearing to back their squad 100%. Clapping back, the shady lady used her ult, calling the heroes walking dead meat. As the squad got close, it was OBVs that the baddies' chains could totally hijack souls. Horrified, the team realized the vibe was toxic and danger was imminent. Cackling like a witch, the cruel boss made her move, claiming them as her new toys. The heroes started catching this weird pressure in their brains, like a hacker taking over their body. First to crash was the buff Berserker, veins popping and blood leaking from the struggle. Loving the chaos, the enemy said watching friends delete each other was her aesthetic. Mind-controlled, Bahang rushed his sis, weapon ready to end her. Panic in her voice. The girl screamed at her bro, using his baby nickname. He didn't pause at her begging, keeping up the aggro. But Jangi jumped in clutch and blocked the hit. The beast Tamer tried hard to snap his friend out of it, but all his yelling to wake up got left on read. Smirking, the boss lady said it was a total waste, cause the Berserker was her loyal simp now. Seeing it was hopeless, the warrior yelled to Bela Sap. Running on empty, Jangi kept blocking his possessed pal, feeling his battery hit 1%. Sneering, the villain pointed out, her puppet had infinite stamina. Unlike her living haters, the squad screamed the Berserker's name, begging him to chill and remember the sis he was trying to frag. Hana watched her siblings fight, totally shook. Like a bot, Qinlong drew his bow, ready to snipe his own teammates. Seeing the threat, Jungi warned the mage about the flank. Suddenly, 3 arrows zoomed at once toward the girl, about to stick her unprotected self. Arrows almost hit, but surprise, Undead jumped in to tank the damage. Seeing the save, Jungi was hyped. Bee's summoning skills totally leveled up. Flexing her grip on the souls, the baddie told her puppets to just wreck the heroes. She screamed at her zombie squad to quit stalling and go full try-hard mode right now. Mid-fight, Hanyao and Jingyi realized this was getting nowhere. Spamming attacks wasn't working. They needed a big brain move, fast. So the Tamer figured, screw it, I'm calling him my dragon bestie. With a nasty smirk, the villain roasted the dragon, basically calling it a lame ult before triggering her lethal chain arrow of fate. She swore he'd have front row seats to a squad getting wiped. Her fiery chain whipped through the air, totally blindsiding the dragon with a critical hit. That hit wrecked Shia, dropping her straight to the floor. Hurt again. This boss fight was seriously unbalanced. The sorceress went down, too, but insisted she was Gucci. Just a few scrapes, no biggie. Looking smug, the baddie walked up to the hero, bragging his crew would be Ghost King minions any second. But Jung just smirked. Her threats, do definitely had a trap card ready to go. Getting weird vibes, the lady sensed something off and spun around. Behind her, she spotted the massive shape of a second dragon that spawned out of thin air. The hero grinned. His sneaky setup worked exactly like he planned. Dragon was out, but his squad was still stuck in those chains. Needing instant action, Jungi told his pet to buff the left wing for the big hit. Totally confused, Hanik asked why their buddy was still AFK after they beat the Guardian. While she wondered about the lag, or if the boss lived, that mocking voice piped up again. Jaw-dropping, the Tamer guessed it was about swapping the soul into the dream flower to switch, but the lady actually sounded impressed. You guys don't quit, huh? The baddies. Passed as a dream, spirit got exposed. No wonder she hates the light. The hero was confused. Why did the goddess turn traitor? He was dying to know the reason for such a crazy battle. Hearing her old name, the psycho snapped. She absolutely hated that name and raged hard. She thought she was the only one who could. Of nailing the secret plan, shooing goddess goons away. Yo, what time is it? Jangi suddenly asked. His elf angel, Eclipse, he was totally plotting a trick. It is 6:45 in the morning, the angel chirped. Hanero didn't get the strategy at all. Her friend's weird obsession with the clock was super sus to her. Tamari spilled the tea on the bad guy's ghost. Squad connections. They were stalling until the sun fried her. Sensing the perfect vibe, our hero yeeted his shiny blade at her. Weak sauce. The cocky demon girl sneered at the weapon, like she could actually get hurt. Please. Then her face dropped as she realized the vibe shift. That blade was glowing like the literal sun, getting brighter. When it hit her, body glowing cracks went viral all over her skin. The sword pierced her chest, leaving a gnarly solar burn. The collapse of her schemes hit the dying demon along with the sunlight. With the witch down, Huang finally snapped out of her creepy mind control spell. Wakened from that nightmare, his head pounded like crazy. Total confusion was written all over the girl's face. Crew noticed the enemy looked like a basic dream spirit now. The villains' Ghost Clan drama was pointed out by the leader. The tired dream goddess was still snoozing in magic chains, sleeping through the whole epic battle. After a struggle, the dreamer finally opened her eyes. Hanera was shook seeing the goddess awake and glowing. The divine lady spoke to her squad, announcing she was finally back online. After centuries of napping, yellow light flooded the hall. The rightful spot was taken by the queen, fixing the broken vibes. The goddess showed motherly love to the girl who suffered, thanking the heroes for saving her kid. She recalled the tragic drama from a century ago when evil spirits messed with her people. During her forced nap, she watched the massive clash of universe forces go down, helpless to stop it, unsure if it was real or just a dream. The emo goddess nodded, creeped out by scary visions. Only cool illusions for legit heroes could wake her up. The system, Ping cheered, Jang Yi's crew. Quest done. Epic loot. Get the starry eyes of the gang hit the open chest. Scoped piles of swag. With a dramatic wave, the goddess summoned the teen mage, making sure everyone watched the big moment. A crazy, beautiful ancient staff chilled in the divine lady's hands, sparking with some mystery power. Somnetti, the dream boss, handed the magic item, honor blessing, to the Grobuffin stats, by two. The sick link between the staff and the magic vibe was spotted by the goddess. Pure dream power. For the rescue time, the grateful creature decided to thank the hero, offering a fast travel back to start. The Warp Squad landed in Manga Remixed Villa, shocked by the bright vibe of the once creepy spot. A dying girl's gasp killed the mood, alerting the hero to drama. Creepy, upset noises made the hero spin, checking the bush rustle. Priestess, Lusu her pal, was found by the mage in the grass, looking rough. The random pop-up of the bloody army crashed, the sad party, circling the heroes, clearly looking for a fight. The Mad Admiral shouted at their nerve to show up again. Payback for the loss. A Vahami brought the Bloodgate fighters here. As Chil Jang Yi told his friends, Hunaru didn't waste seconds on chit-chat. Firing her new dream buff at a snarky diss about holding a fake toy was tossed by the cocky boss at the teen mage, clueless about the item's power. The foe's yapping was ignored. Bahang, grabbing a huge weapon for the final showdown. Brave Jungi hopped in, daring proud foes to test the real deal. The magic juice of the dream buff was used by the mage, giving the squad a 20% boost. The Shuko bus refused to trust his eyes, finally seeing the epic power he'd chased for years. The real deal relic of the dream goddess, which was chased forever and failed by a pro. That warrior power? Yeah, a young girl's rocking it now. Haters wouldn't accept defeat, betting on Jang Yi being need a big brain play. The squad was like, yo boss, let's bail. But the Psycho Admiral called them traitors and used them as batteries. The life vibes got sucked out by the dude, dropping bodies right in front of the heroes. From the creepy shadows, the madman spawned some serious goons. These summoned beasts were huge, basically kaiju-sized skyscrapers. Being dissed made the old guy furious, so he prepped to brawl. The doctor, huge monsters screamed game over for someone. Mr. Ice Cold sliced his hand, ignoring the red mess. He fed the old statue, betting the good guys were toast. Jang Yi was scratching his head at this weird magic. His team yelled about the enemy setup. Looking up, the sharp kid spotted a glowing red dome, trapping them. He went hunting for a way out while his brothers held the line. At the edge, he wondered where this trap ended, so he decided to whack the invisible wall a few times. Bonk. Nothing happened. It was totally solid. Seeing the walls, chill vibe, the bad guy laughed and said, nice try, noob, you're stuck. This blood trap was unbeatable, and he knew he'd win. Bummed out, Jang Yi told the team that punching it wouldn't work at all. Outside, the general told his minions to buff the spell. Tons of zombies started popping out of the bloody dirt. Freaking out, the guys yelled, incoming ugly monsters. The squad charged the ghouls from the earth, ready to go down swinging. Smart cookie. Jang Yi realized the trap just drains their mana. While thinking, he got jumped from behind. A strong grip grabbed his neck before he could even blink. A creepy lady whispered in his ear, game over, cutie. Her breath hot on his neck, choking him. The weirdo offered a permadeath cuddle. Totally toxic X vibes. Too many ghosts, man. Bahang raged. He needed a serious crowd control. Smart boy spotted for stone pillars. As the boss mechanics smashed those to win the level. Red lightning crackled. Time to wreck those anchors. Those nightmare skinless freaks swarmed him. Super gross visuals. Randomly flailing at a spread formation was a noob move. Bahang, spreading damage is useless. Gotta focus fire. One spot to punch a hole in the defense. That pink-haired thief moped around the villa, whining about her trash. Luck. With loot drops, she was literally dying of boredom. Red flash. She blinked. Thought that quest was curiosity beat brains. The bored girl just yeeted herself into the portal, seeing the Blood Guild dude's code everywhere. Totally shook her. What's this messy server? She clocked the blood sacrifice setup, and a guild elder, that super sus behavior, guys, reminded her of that nasty spell from the Ice City raid. Total tragedy. 0 stars. Can I claim this base? She wondered, analyzing the guild's sketchy goals. Through a crack, she spotted Jang Yi him again. The elder's blood fueled the magic, but the system had a glitch. If one creator drops, the whole shield gets squishy. My turn. She decided to crash the party right now. A critical hit landed as she backstabbed a monster. Speed stats maxed out. Who's this new? The elder gaped. He didn't plan for a player too. She helped out, praying her buddy had the DPS to clutch the win. All on him. In the trap, Ghost Lady froze. Her hacks stopped working. that sudden drop in ghost power. Jang Yi definitely felt that nerve. Sensing the shift, he grabbed the so I gap, flipped the rude chick, and ditched that death grip. Screams of my bod rang out loud. Ghost Girl's shield busted, pure panic mode. Worried Bahung was like, "Yo boss, you good?" Heard the boss is ready to clap back hard. They knew it was time to dip fast, or get stuck in that magic mess forever. Ground shook like a crazy dance floor, tripping all over the busted up floor. Running on fumes, the squad sprinted, racing the exit before the whole thing blew. Jung Yi reached out, grab on, and jump, gripping the hand of his wizard pal. The hero wouldn't ditch his crew, cracked a joke about her mad hops, telling her it's just one tiny skip away. The trapped foe went total psycho, grinding his teeth hard enough to crack. Dude decided everyone's going down with him, swearing to drag him down with him. The salty admiral screamed hate. Out of the smoky haze, the hunt for God's crew rolled up to save him. The absolute leader scoffed, knowing his squad would live. Pink-haired thief tossed a rope, grab on quick. Guys, Jung Yi grabbed that rope like a lifeline. The hero started the climb, keeping his whiz pal from dropping. Safe up top, he dissed the losers below. Sand ripped bozos for their nasty crimes. Weapons out, Jang Yi charged the main jerk. Bleeding out, the geezer just gave up and took the hit. Karma hit the bandit boss in the form of a stab right to the chest. The guy gave a huge thanks to the pink-haired MVP for helping wreck him. The thief was actually chill, showing she cared. Tossed a heal potion over. Shocked the bad girl was nice. Was Hanyaru, grabbing the loot. Total joy. Then asked why she came back here. Icy dump, she said. Danger zones are safe. Suddenly, major red flag alert. A girl drops a bomb about a $1 million bounty on his head from Shady Carl. Chunji's jaw hit the floor when he heard about the insane 1 million coin price tag some baddie put on him. The power vibe in Ice City totally shifted after the Bloody Guild got wrecked. A thief confirmed the coup was real. Some chill sorceress was like, "Yo, regular noobs didn't do the bad stuff." At Bloody Gate, she demanded justice for the little guys. Lusu showed off 100 fancy temples to the crew, totally geeking out over Ice City's epic buildings. Locals were sus, thinking, no way, a tiny squad crushed the biggest guild. The gossip train was leaving the station. Hanyu got spooked by the beastmen giving them sketchy sideys, worried they'd spill the beans on the loot. Before bouncing, smarty pants, Jang Yi told the archer to hype their win to chill the locals out. Seeing her boss's big brain moves, the girl was totally fangirling over his 200 IQ plays. In this brutal world, Jang Yi realized, clout is the only cash that actually buys respect. To boost their street cred in Ice City, the squad hit the guild center, looking to draft new players. Seeing fresh meat, the green-haired clerk lit up, faking a pro smile instantly. This lady staffer got way too close, offering extra services. Coming on, super strong. Like, take a hint. Hanaru got so jelly, she almost blasted the leader with killer vibes. The dude didn't miss a beat, politely shutting her down to just sign the papers. After leveling up the God Hunt, the boss looked for OP locals to recruit. Standing before the mob, smooth talker Jang Yi bragged about saving them from blood. He went full motivational speaker mode, promising fair play to anyone joining his crew. Some guy in the back yelled out, volunteering to be the first newbie on the team. The whole peace and love spiel totally won the crowd over. Curious peeps started swarming in from everywhere. While a creeper watched, the tired heroes chilled by the tavern, partying after their first big win. Mugs clashed and foam flew as the crew toasted the guild boss. The whole squad started chanting about hunting gods. Jang Yi grinned as the newbies got hyped. His master plan was totally working. The mood was lit, but Jinlong crashed the vibe, telling the boss some seriously weird city gossip. Get into potions, we need it. No shot. One archer raged, cause the shelves were totally bare. Even though he followed the boss's orders to a T, the dude couldn't find a single drop of juice in the whole town. Zilch. Jang Yi's big brain connected the dots instantly, realizing restocking their loot was going to be a total nightmare. Some rich hater was definitely trolling them, buying up the whole city's stash. The nightly restock of Gira was whispered about by some sharp kid, hinting a secret enemy might show up right then. Guards camped the stalls, told to spot weirdos but keep their cool. In the mix of the night chaos, Jung Yi saw that thief begging for just one item left. The sharp leader told his squad to stick to the plan while he went to snoop around solo. Suddenly, out of the robed stranger's huge pocket, while the thief chased him, smoke bombs flew right into the square. The girl looked totally shook, freezing up, not getting why bombs were dropping in a chill zone. People screamed about fines for breaking strict no boom rule all over the square. Reacting fast, the brave Jang Yi swooped in to save his old pal, yanking her from the blast zone. Worried, he asked how the girl was doing. Confused why she was chasing a guy bombing the city, smart Cookie Doo had been tailing the shady couple, watching them buy up literally everything. She connected the weird outsiders to the missing loot. Smart Tamer moves. Agreeing, our hero grabbed her arm, saying, "Team up to handle these sabotage creeps." The new duo chased the mystery robed figures, chatting nervously about the danger. The running intruders were freaking out to each other, needing to shake the tail. The prepped more bombs to drop on the heroes chasing him. Just in time, guildmates Yi popped up and threw a massive shield in front of the squad. The bombers screamed, totally horrified by the surprise block, knowing their attack was gonna backfire. A loud boom rocked the square, shaking buildings like crazy. When the guild backup arrived, hyped pals checked on the boss, mentioning tons of hurt civilians. He pointed at the guys causing the drama. "I'm fine, look at him," he told the squad, eyeing the captives. Bahong, total pro, sized M up, and frowned. "These aren't random noobs," he said. "This reeks of divine guild." Our eagle-eyed leader spotted a logo on their gear. "Yep, Carlos Goons. Classic villain move." Jang high-fived Han. "You're a lifesaver," he said. "Hold down the fort here in Ice City? "'Kay, I'm off to Crash Moon City." Dayu stepped up. "No way, I'm coming to—" She totally hated Carlo, like personal beef levels. The brave girl ran. "He messed with my city, so I'm gonna wreck his plans." Payback time. At the gates of Moon Castle, grumpy guards blocked them. Do you have an invite?" Jang Yi just gave him a look. He flashed a VIP badge. "You blind? The Prez sent us on a secret mission." "Oh my gosh, sorry." The guards panicked, sweating. "Bullet, didn't recognize you in those casual fits." Walking inside, the crew bumped fists. "We are such good actors," they whispered, feeling smug. Past the big doors, the spies saw a crowd in matching robes sorting loot, like a weird cult warehouse. "Hey!" A loud shout made them jump. They quickly shuffled over, trying to act cool. "You're late," the boss yelled. They mumbled excuses about traffic. The warden rolled his eyes. "Get in line. Screw up again, and you're toast," he barked at the guys. The spies shared a look. Best not to push their luck. "Yes, sir," they thought. "No pranks today." While checking the line, Jang noticed all the human gear they had. Weird he decided to keep a close watch on this. The boss's voice boomed everyone into the next room. Now, creepy screams for help drifted from the open door. Everyone got instant goo. The warden stayed chill. "Ignore that. Just a minor accident," he lied. Tagging along, a curious girl snuck into the hall. She had to see what was making that noise. Dua shaking like a leaf, clinging to her friend. "I'm scared," she whimpered. Asterisk, clang, stuff slipped from her shaking hands. Jang froze. "Dude, we are so busted," he thought. In the pit corner, tons of glowing red eyes popped open. Monsters. Definitely monsters. A nasty mix of giant cages along the walls were stuffed with freaky dragon lizard hybrids. Regarding Carlos's weird taming of beasts, Jang Yi warned his pal, "Don't panic, or you're literally dead." The villain schemed to buy the city's stuff just to farm XP for the mobs. Clocked by a smart tamer. Huge grind, he thought. Grossed out the girl, roasted Carlos's sanity, right as a rondo walked in. Like a total boss, the famous Carlos popped in, asking, "How's the monster farm?" The room went dead silent. A report saying they need 2 weeks to finish was given by the manager, desperate to please. A minion bragged about how aggro the beasts were. "They'll wreck anyone," he said, wanting props. The biggest dragon had the maddest fire breath, roasting its cage with periodic bursts of flame. Dropping the act, Jang Yi rushed the boss from behind, picking the perfect SE. No kill shot, though the hero just stuck a weird talisman on Carlos's back, totally unnoticed. Just before, the tamer copied the monopoly skill, bagging 100 times the loot from the clueless victim. Carlos had a silver dragon flute, ultra airdrop for beast tamers. The big boss used a silver flute to totally control the mobs nearby, playing some spooky tunes. Jung Yi was shook. That tool controls dragons. Opma, he thought, wondering where he looted that artifact. Prez yelled, "Hurry up!" The knights were thirsting for their monster rides. Got the intel, so the Tamer told his buddy to dip before they got caught. At the most tense second, Carlos yelled, "Stop!" Just as they were leaving, the hearts of the two spies stopped. "Are we busted?" They panicked. Carlos gave the weird duo a major sus vibes detected. To the surprise of the spies, the boss yelled at a minion to pick up the tubes. The lazy staff were mad cause the toxic boss called them trash. Zero chill. The fakers bowed quick, taking the angry order without clapping back. Leaving the lair, the scouts sighed. Finally, safe, they cheered. On the tavern roof, Hanero saw the leader looking supreme, spilling the tea on creepy monsters, the worried guy updated his friend. The tea regarding a new Monster Night Squad got hotter. When Jing Yi dropped the bomb, enemies are planning a siege. Tam, totally freaking out, asked if we could actually survive this mess. 1. Realist checked the stats. Our defense is basic level 1. Guys, some magic rock popped into the mind of a smart fighter. It buffs walls and blocks dragon breath. Handy. Looking super serious. The boss turned to the mage girl, ready to ask a huge favor. Let's split up, said the strategist. He'd go on a solo rune hunt using his goblin smarts while she guards the base. Pro gamer Zhang Yi. Off. Knowing those creeps live way out in the sticks. While searching, a weird footprint in the mud caught his eye. The sheer size of the print spooked him. He calculated the danger level. Checking his mental database, the sharp Tamer realized, yo, that's a giant. Not local. The seeker thought about the classic beef between goblins and giants. Brains versus brawn. Classic drama. Yelling snapped him out of his daydream, making him look toward the noise. A giant roared hype about catching a tiny goblin. The noise ruined the forest's chill vibe. Growling, the big guy loomed over the shrimp, demanding loot. Jungi reacted to the screams, blasting magic to save the stranger. The blast yeeted the enemy into the bushes. Earth shook. Angry swears flew from the shocked giant. He didn't see that coming. I hate bullies, the dude said, explaining why he stepped in. You messed with the wrong guy? The mad giant screamed, cracked his knuckles, and ripped up a tree. Yike. The monster got ready to squash the annoying little hero. The goblin victim froze, watching the mismatch in horror. Sizing up the Hulk, the fighter looked for weak spots. The massive dude looked confused when his fast opponent vanished. Zooming behind the enemy, Jing Yi mocked him. Too slow, big guy. Snip, head rolls. Easy win for the speedy guy. Used a cheat code. Swiped from Carlo to hit level 6 to 2 fast. Monster toast. But Seeker's grin dropped something sketch in that tree. A pint-sized goblin gal was hiding in a hollow trunk, playing dodgeball with a giant. Coast is clear. The nice guy hero told the scaredy cat to come on out. She gave him serious side-eye. Total doubt. After stalling, the tiny stranger reached a shaky hand to her random savior. Happy tears started gushing down the goblin girl's face. Feeling heroic but eyeing her bling, Zhang Yi asked where to snag those magic stones. The kid clutched the pendant like gold, saying it was super rare, but promised to help if he taxied her safely to camp. Bet, the hero said instantly, swearing she'd be safe. While they chilled and walked, the curious dude grilled her about finding the big goblin boss. He was brainstorming the link between the missing god and the ghost invasion. Suspicious stuff. We're here. The goblin girl snapped him out of his zone, pointing at ... thin air. She popped the weird crystal out of the necklace, holding it gently in her hand. It glowed, and bam, ghost butterflies started dancing around. The ancient being's true vibe showed in the kid's creepy smile, warped by magic. A glowing seal just popped open on the ground. Surprise! Not wasting a second, the brave Zhang Yi jumped in, yanking the kid with him. Poof! Both vanished from the woods to who, knows, where. Asking about the cash value, the greedy hero confirmed those crystals were rare loot. Shorty was explaining the high quality of the stones until a loud growl interrupted. Zhang Yi tossed a chicken leg hurt way, hearing Hurt's stomach roar, raving about the taste. The hungry kid devoured the snack. Break over. They kept trekking through the spooky mines, going deeper down. Up ahead, Zhang Yi froze. Couldn't believe his eyes. Her snack hit the floor from her weak fingers when she saw the horror show. Total nightmare fuel. Dead warriors and fire everywhere. Bitter tears streamed down her shocked face. Poor goblin gal didn't get why her fam got wiped out. Zhang Yi saw the Mystians definitely crashed this party. The whole bloody raid through the pass was obvious to our tracker pro. Sensing the leftover magic vibes, the Tamer spotted the loot he was looking for. Let's roll, the kid said, ready to walk her right to the bullies. The tactical fighter knew those big offs would stumble in the woods. Sneaky scouts got close to the enemy base, dying to hear the tea being spilled. The Hulks were bragging about how their cap found the loot. Even in the rain, the giants' laughs at her dead pals made the girl want to throw hands. But she got grabbed by Zhang Yi. Chill. We're outnumbered, he warned. Then our hero just yeeted a rock at the closest giant. The mad giant yelled for roasting the rude dude, waving his fiery stick. Lightning fast, the warrior dropped the big guy and saved the goblin's captured friend too. Prisoner dropped his jaw. That's the missing princess. It was a huge shock for Zhang Yi. His shorty sidekick was royalty. Boom! Another massive monster stomped toward their hideout, shaking the earth. Hold up, the brainy guy signaled the squad. Eyes on the new baddie, heading their way. Yelling trash, the giant barged in, clueless about the trap. Kaizen roared across the camp, finding his guards snoozing on the job. Big mistake. To the captured goblins, the boss promised death if they didn't spill the beans. The big guys looked confused, thinking their code pals were just being lazy pigs. Thanks to the invisibility potion, Jiang Yi ghosted them. Total relief. The insane guard count meant saving them needed big brains. The strategists stressed they couldn't just YOLO this. One slip up, and those giants would go full alert mode. You totally got this. The hype princess chirped, snagging a weird relic from her stash. The skinny dude flashed the goblin comms like a pro, keeping the squad linked up 24/7 while things get skit. Those behemoths actin' super sus. Who stopped their zombie shuffle and froze up. Beast Tamer clocked that vibe instantly. Panic about the chance to spy on their massive base lived rent-free in his head. Knowing the boss had to nerf those guards for this awesome noise was whipped up by the crafty Jiang Yi, baiting M with noise. Way over there to pull off his slick trick. The instant clapback was a grumble from big guys yelling for the sneak to show his face right now. Acting like just some total rondo, Drifter Jiang Yi popped out and gave his excuse, trying to cap his way past their radar, clocking the outsider as the headache source. Big dudes voiced that he used shady juice to knock out their homies. The sharp boss managed to spot the spying, so the sassy fighter clapped back by roasting the big guy's empty brain cells. Rage blinded the giant. Couldn't take the roast, so he charged, screaming. His insane reflexes let him duck a massive punch that almost clipped his dome. A flex of real power was coming from the salty boss, ready to unleash his OP moves on the rebel. Triggering the special move, Giant Fist came with creepy glowing eyes, showing the beast's total tilt. Zero speed stopped the tank from hitting the hero, who just kept juking lethal swings. Steps to plant the tracking. Bug on the Hulk were radioed by sneaky Jiang Yi, guiding his tiny sidekick. The Goblin Princess was down to handle the heavy task, starting a sketchy plan for the squad. Drama skills let the pro fake fear, even though his guts screamed it's a trap. The tiny wreck thought she won till a massive hand snatched her, asking why she was trespassing. A snarky comment about goblins teaming with humans came from the captain, gripping the squirming girl. The end of the goblin race was announced by the mean giant, saying they should have been wiped out ages ago by his crew. With a clutch toss, the little princess managed to stick the mini-tracker on his huge frame, totally missing it. Kaizen roared as the goblin girl's nasty drop went toward the lava, where he planned to end her fate. With a mega hit, the giant yeeted brave Jiang Yi, blocking his shot to save his bestie from the drop. The princess was totally gassed. Dangling over the hot pit, nail scraping the jagged lava lip, she mentally said, "Peace out to the world," ready to game over for her squad. The giant smirked at the shrimp's hero vibes, and scoffed, kinda shocked she had guts. Then, flick, his massive finger yeeted, poor girl into the spicy pit of doom. But Chungi pulled a surprise cameo. Next to her, yelling gotcha. Midair, big guy laughed, betting 0 chance against the core heat. Let's bounce to the giant crib, the captain said, totally blowing it. Jiang Yi grilled them, grinning cause they took the bait. A massive dragon shadow popped out of the smoke, right on cue. Hop on, they rode the beast, zooming the duo away from certain death. Super sketchy move. The Tamer sighed, knowing those enemies were savage. Wham! Something smacked the dragon's side, knocking him toward the burn forever zone. Freaking out, Jiang Yi hollered at the crew. Did the lizard make it? The master panicked. Miles to go, so the princess started praying hard, begging her god to save the kids and normies. She dropped a chant about saving skins, triggering a glow-up shield with her wild magic. No way, gasped the dude, eyeing the insane force field she made. It's god tier loot, she explained the magic hack. She spilled the tea on how the big god dipped, but she snagged the book and blinked. A nasty crunch noise rippled over the shield, hinting it was about to bust wide open. Fire scorpions swarmed it, drawn to the weird magic. Hold tight, Jiang Yi screamed as they smashed through the mob. The glorious exit shone bright, welcoming the fried squad. Noting the sick, thanks for the backup. Scaly, the fighter grinned. Thanks, but does this gadget actually work? The princess was totally sure it would, bragging its top-tier Clint Goblin tech. Sneaky girl spilled the tea. She hid the tracker in the giant's hairy mop. The view switched from green vibes to total sandbox mode. The retro Egyptian look of the giant base was wild with huge pyramids. Captured goblins worked hard in the sun for giant bullies. Total nightmare. Stay chill, whispered the brainy Jiang Yi. He needed a sec to cook up a plan. News that the human and goblin got deleted was sent to the boss. No worries, he said. The boss was hyped to hear it, hoping the intel was actually legit. Rare, elemental gems from the goblins were shown off. Big flex. The curious boss started a close. Look at the magic loot, spin an M in his huge fingers. Giant just did a quick, wait, test, yeeting a crystal way up high. Mid-air, the rock morphed and lit up the room. Crazy. A weird vibe hit the confused giant. He's like, what? The painful morph twisted his body. A huge eye popped out screaming. Pure rage took over the commander, turning him into a total monster. Prophecy about giants rising up. Spilt from the mad leader. He wants to rule the world. Tons of giants filled the view. Their kingdom is massive. Safe spot details were given to the princess by Jang Yi. He's fighting solo. A shout to skip lunch. For late guards came from Kaizen. He rushed him along. Smart guy checked the time and said backup is coming any second now. Princess looked super confused, trying to decode what her human pal meant. Goblin girl was shook. She saw something totally wild. Jungi's crazy jump over the giants scared her. He just said, explain later. Giants knew him instantly as he landed in front of them like a boss. Jang Yi smirked. Yo, missed me? At his old nemesis, knew we'd clash again. Destiny. Kaizen blinked. You're alive. Brave. Where's the runt? Fake. Thanks spilled from the Tamer, trolling the big guy hard. Jang Yi's tone dripped with snark about the giant leaking his own secret base. Kaizen just lost his absolute mind. Sick of the sass, he vowed pain. Suddenly, the Tamer's mojo flared. Jang Yi called his B squad to brawl. Sick DM. The command was barked to his crew. Let's play this my magic on this fool. Using a total wah of dark birds, the kid tanked the giants, mega right at his face. The sand ate the impact nicely. Jang Yi shot a cocky grin at the Hulk, feeling like a boss. Get a brain, dude. He jeered while his weird pets jumped the confused giant. The big boss got yeeted back a few yards. That cheap shot totally rocked him. Clock's ticking. The Tamer snapped, demanding crystal vault, loot drop info to spare his life. Kaizen spat back, flexing about giant land. Warning, he'd blow his horn to call the squad. Zap, a bright beam sliced the sky, slapping the horn right out of his grip. Surprise, yelled the new crew, popping out of the light, right on cue. The guild besties finally hopped in, vowing to cancel the giants for good. About time, guys. The guild boss grinned, hyped for the backup. DMD the map pins ages ago, noted the sly Jang Yi, explaining the sudden party crashers. Let's roll, Hanyaru shouted, telling the boss to stop being a damaged sponge. Kaizen's fist lit up with angry fire, calling them total noobs, ready for deletion. I'll wreck all of you, roared the mad giant, smashing the floor like a tantrum. Big muscles, tiny brain much? Teased Jang Yi, triggering the guy hard. Then, DePro whipped out his dual color gear, serving the enemy a spicy icy combo platter of doom. Dude let out a gnarly scream from the gut. Kaizen was getting totally wrecked by that elemental combo. Some dude called game over way too early, thinking he'd bag the win after just one hit. But the bad guy's early party was cut short by the giant refusing to quit. The defeated captain whispered creepy about Lord Enku's payback for cockiness. Sudden quake shook everyone up. Total panic mode. A massive minotaur popped up and the mess, leaking lightning everywhere. Goblin Princess Froger knew that ancient creep, the beast, eyes locked on the girl's shiny, tasty pendant. The giant's goal was obvious. To Jang Yi he wants the bling. Shielding. The girl from the loot-hungry mob was vowed by a Tamer, stepping up as a human shield. Warriors shouted, fight me, not her. Totally fearless. The savage, eat 'em all order roared out to his minion. A crazy, energy ball charged in his hand, ready to blast him. A massive shock wave yeeted the guy back, keeping him away. Realizing this bull's way stronger, then Kaizen hit the pro fighter hard. A frantic shout to the squad flew from the strategist, rush him now. Wari swung his fire blade to slice the soul. The insane speed stunned the crew. The blade was a blur. Minotaur popped his shield, tanking the hit with 0 damage taken. Buy me 5 minutes, yelled the Brainiac, cooking up a winning plan. Jang Yi sounded hype, promising a sure win if they stalled for 5 minutes. Someone noticed the beast's guard was too OP, warning the squad to watch out. The squad's attacks just bounced off his god-tier armor, doing 0 damage. Healer girl froze, sinking into weird quicksand. A creepy trap snagged the sloppy fighter's legs. Deep focus mode engaged by the Jang Yi sat crisscross, charging up his yellow heart glow. Who's guarding the AFK dude? The Goblin Princess, blocking the monster like a boss. Minotaur scanned him. 80% threat level? Yikes. The beast swiped casually, yetted the princess like she was nothing. Rude much? She felt totally useless, hating that she couldn't save her crush. Big said tears started flowing down her face, begging the universe for an instant power. Suddenly, she glowed blue. Transformation time. A new fighter appeared in her spot, radiating 90 danger points. Scared, she screamed back off. My guy. The goblin princess sounded super intense now. Everyone was shook, watching Sylph go from zero to hero. The tiny girl morphed into a warrior and taunted the boss. The mad girl charged, ready to end the bully attacking her squad. Blue sparks flew everywhere as she chopped the shocked Minotaur's arm right off, but the beast had auto-hit and grew that limb back instantly. The Minotaur got salty and rushed her, wanting revenge. Just 30 seconds left. For Zhang Yi's spell, he was still frozen. 3 seconds left. The enemy panicked, sensing doom. Big trouble for the princess as the monster prepped a kill shot. Then, boom, Zhang Yi woke up. His eyes snapped open, glowing with op energy. The dude leaped like lightning, rushing in to save his crew and wreck the mob. He hit the Dragon God stance. Don't touch her, bro. A total glitch for the minute. It couldn't read his power level. The killer dragon move smashed the confused Minotaur before it could blink. The monster took massive damage and literally exploded into pixels. The boss ordered them to finish the rest off. He wanted to keep things chill with his team. The guild cheered. Their leader totally owned that fight. A wicked princess shrunk back to her tiny self. Talk about a big thanks came from the sweet Zhang Yi to the amnesiac kid, promising she was safe. Now, Hanaru, total genius, sent a scout to find the snatched goblins. Smart move. Let's ditch this sandbox, groaned Sleepy Fighter, until a weird noise cut him off. Sharp-eyed Tamer spotted a legendary power crystal in the dirt. Score. A sudden clue hit the traveler about the missing goblin. God and those giant jerks. It's all connected. Meanwhile, invisible spies creeped on the heroes, radioing their boss from 4,000 meters away. Angry giants loaded doom cannons, ready to blast our clueless runaways. Kaboom! Smart guy yelled. Leg it! Incoming death. The brave squad made a messy exit while stuff blew up everywhere. Zhang Yi whipped around, hearing a fresh noise in the dunes. A goblin sandboat poofed out of the dust. Get your butts in here, yelled the nice goblins, waving them over. The gob squad freaked out over their princess, checking her for boo-boos ASAP. Where's my bud? Zhang Yi asked. Turns out, giants nabbed him. Travelers geeked out over the cool sandship tech. How's this thing move? It's our latest gizmo. Those Ogos stole. The princess bragged, glad to have it back. Incoming, screamed a fighter as giant attacks closed in. Mechanics smashed a button to boot. Shield on the fancy dashboard. Click. A yellow bubble popped up, bouncing off every missile. Tough luck, giants. Let 'em run, smirked the giant. Boss, cooking up a nastier trap. He triggered the quicksand to show who's boss. A deadly pit opened right in front of their boat. Yikes. The driver yanked the wheel, dodging the sinkhole like a pro. But the nervous riders felt the ship getting sucked down anyway. Princess Syl let out a mega scream, cause she almost face-planted into that endless sandpit. Smart cookie Zhang Yi summoned that raven fast. Needing backup to spot traps, a slick plan was hatched to use the bird's eagle eyes to dodge the mess safely. Quick shouts of left and right were yelled out, steering the ship through the sketchiest zones. Sick dodges from every hazard were pulled off by the pro driver, earning big props from Zhang Yi watching nearby. That giant pyramid popped up, showing the hero was near the big bad enemy base. The intel from Kaizen's brain flagged the hideout. Our guy had to sneak into for the win. A nervous Henera hit a sudden pause, grabbing the hasty dude before he did something dumb Real worry for Zhang Yi's safety. Shared by the cutie mage, saying she couldn't watch him get wrecked again. Our bold fighter straight up announced his plan to barge in, totally ignoring the scary bouncers at the door. The squad split up duties, suggesting they'd volunteer to brawl the rest of the giants so the quest succeeds. Bahang went beast mode, transforming and hyping the crew to go all out against the OP enemy. Duan Fun mad skills, spawning sharp blades right out of nowhere with a new trick. A solid vow to speedrun the whole mission came from Zhang Yi, swearing he wouldn't choke when it mattered most. The smart fighter started scanning the huge hall, trying to figure out which way to keep moving. Some weird magic item caught the curious guy's eye, making him wonder what the heck it did. The sudden arrival of the big boss came with a sassy hook aimed at the random guest from the giant's big mouth. The savage general carelessly tossed a body, promising to crush the cheeky intruder's friend fast. Agile Zhang Yi pulled up lightning jump, catching his falling pal and swearing to wreck the enemy himself. A bold threat to make the giant kneel was dropped by the brave Tamer, staring right into the cocky giant's peepers. The arrogant giant laughed at the threat, sarcastically joking about the odds of him bowing to a dude. A legit claim of trespassing and slaying minions was yelled by the mad boss, listing the guest's crimes. The creepy promise to wreck anyone blocking the giant's rise was made by the cruel warlord. Super chill. Zero care for the species of the victims showed in the cold killer's vibe, treating humans and goblins the same in his verdict. A savage comment about Jang Yi peeped the giant's sloppy moves. Must of zero. Brain. Our brave dude jumped. In Fasca, telling the big guy, pay attention, scrub. Jang Yi scanned the massive beep, realizing, legs. Gotta break those ankles. He swung hard, but nope, guy's a total tank. The cocky king was like, I ain't no basic giant fam. Flexing hard, he delivered a savage kick, yeeting the hero across the room. Smack, he faced wall, literally leaving a dent. Ouch. Giant was shook when the smoke cleared and what? Just a toy? No body? Classic prank. Jang Yi was totally ghosting him. A kid. Crazy drop attack came from the sudden. Tamer, yell in surprise. Sucker. Boss man raged. You played me serious? He screamed at his squad. Gimme juice. We gotta win. Enro saw a glow and went, yikes. Bad vibes everywhere. Total disaster coming. Roarin', the giant went full beast mode. Hyped on energy. Scary, you're done. Vibe came from the buffed giant. Jang Yi froze, realizing, okay, this is actually bad. Couldn't move, and bam, caught a fist from the brute, flying across the room again. Is that it? Taunted. Wrecked hero from the rubble, faking confidence. Leader screamed, shut it. Ready to delete him for the sass? Jang Yi, staying chill, figured out the immortality hack, looking for a loophole. He remembered the crazy dragon leveling grind and checked his stats. Suddenly, big brain time for beat up warrior. He found the fix. Strategy. Just stall. Waste time. Key move. Then Bahang saw a glitch giant lagged after that yellow flash. Squad hyped up, ready to wreck M. Critical hits on Duan and Ba. He sliced those elite noggins. GG. Snagged a sweet 200 goblin rep points. For the squad after wiping those elite mobs, finally met the specs for the dragon race. Upgrade Jang Yi was hyped to level up instantly. Magic vibes buzzed through every inch of his bod, screaming, update ready? Install now. It hurt like crazy, but he powered through the glitch to evolve. The epic promotion. 2. Dragon Soul Master was unlocked. Dude was unstoppable. The giant looked totally shook. How did this guy just get a massive glow? Jang Yi threw shade at the enemy, thanking them for the free XP farming. He warned, my turn, ready to flex his new hacks? That new skill nerfed the giants, healing to absolute zero. The giant king face, numb and confused. The boss couldn't believe the lag, giving the loser the Jang Yi said, I deleted your strength stats, total buff me, begged the desperate boss, shaking, cause he knew he was cooked. No drama, the winner drew his weapon. Cry more, scrub. That weird club looked kinda sus to the hero. Maybe that's why they raided the goblin turf. Getting closer, our guy spotted an OP, legendary loot. He reached out, itching, grabbed that shiny ancient artifact. Boom, a force field yeeted him back before he could touch it. Blue light lit up the whole pyramid. The dusty ruins started shaking like they were waking up. Freaking out, thought her trap leader needed backup. ASA. The guild agreed to go check out that funky glow inside the pyramid. Busting into the room, the mage rushed to her bestie, voicing her panic. The Tamer told the squad, chill, watch for traps, even if the boss is dead. Sorceress stayed back to keep watch, playing it safe. Peeping that weird gadget gave the goblin princess total deja vu vibes. Boom, brain blast it matched the pic in that crusty old book. Suddenly, her necklace yeeted up, dragging her along with it. Poor girl got sucked, right, toward that glowing stick thingy. Invisible hands grabbed her, lifting her like a rat. She started screaming for backup, totally freaked out, clueless about the magic grabbing her. I got, Jang Yi yelled, telling the squad to stay frosty. Our brave boy zoomed straight for the weird glowing club. Zero brain cells used, just pure hero instinct kicking in. She dropped, but our guy managed to catch her, asking the shook goblin girl, you good fam? Then some shady dude started crawling out of the glow. The stranger hyped up his freedom like he just got out of jail. Stuck in a portal, the wizard dude screamed for help. Jang Yi gave the weirdo a major, what the heck look? Like where'd he spawn from inside this giant pyramid? Suddenly, everyone's minds were totally blown. It was the goblin god himself. The squaw was shook. The dude they were hunting for just spawned right there. Oh my gosh, it's him, the trembling princess gasped, recognizing the pics from the old books. She did point out a tiny difference, noting the portrait was young versus the guy standing here now. Jang Yi was totally stunned. Like a god was stuck in that thing? No way. Brr. The old god roasted the kid's lack of treasure knowledge, eyes twinkling with ancient sass. The ancient god explained the elemental hearts vibe, how it sucks energy from crystals to blast out. Jang Yi tried to smooth things over, with the salty god saying, my bad, blame me, not her. But But the Tamer felt some low-key bad vibes. Even though they totally crushed the quest and got the loot, something felt unfinished after finding the god making the sharp kid think there's a catch. He promised the little princess he'd visit the tribe, telling her everything would turn out Gucci. The super sad vibes of leaving clear on the goblin girl, eyes full of glittery tears. They did a pinky swear to meet up again later. Clear. Orders were given to the mage by the guild. Bosco, heal our tank girl at the Ice City. Jiang Yi said he had loose ends to tie, keeping it mysterious. Throwback to the God Hunt mission. The Tamer poked his squad, sensing bad vibes. Math ain't mathing inside the hero's big brain right now. Quest is still open, even though Mr. Deity is literally right there. Goblin God yells, "Obey me," citing the dead boss and old beef. Salty giants raged, refusing to listen to some bossy shrimp. One giant went full psycho, charging the old dude while screaming about freedom forever. Then the geezer pulls a weird move, eating a magic cube, up high with total swagger. Grandpa flexed some insane power, deleting the attacker and telling the rest, "Submit or else." Sneaky Gob tries to gaslight them, blaming all the drama on their dead leader. Princess suddenly pipes up, killing the vibe to demand they free the giants ASAP. She politely calls out the ancient god, reminding him he used to be chill. A deep brain teaser comes from the ruler, asking the diff between being a god now and a bully back then. Old guy looks shook that a kid is roasting his choices. Arrogant god just laughs it off, thinking the princess's complaints are a total joke. He claims she's a traitor, saying hanging with humans made her forget her roots. Smart guess by the elderly revealing the fake god just wants their shiny crystals. Mad god yells she's brainwashed, demanding the princess fix her head right now. Old man touches her and it's super creepy, wiping her memories while everyone watches in horror. She starts bawling her eyes out. She really didn't want to lose those core memories. Her mental block caused a massive boom, rocking the pyramid and lighting up the room like a disco. Lurking behind a huge pillar, Jiang Yi watches, confirming this god is total trash. Moving super fast, barely visible, the warrior snatched, yeeted the princess from creepy Gramps' spell. Since that tiny goblin chick had his back before, the dude swore he'd save her, whatever the price tag. Tamer dude totally clocked that weird mark glowing on the princess's face. Suddenly, those giant armies got played like noobs on wireless controllers. Some power-hungry fake god just hacked the server. This fraud tagged our bold hero as his main OP, telling his giant minions to spawn camp the guy defying his will. Jungi's brain just lagged out seeing the impossible view of massive giants simping for a tiny goblin without roasting him once. Going full defense mode, weapon drawn, the pro fighter warned the incoming mobs they'd get wrecked instantly. The salty geezer finally realized he had to step in since his giant noobs failed multiple times to handle this wild dude, totally useless. The magic club moving on its own, had Jiang Yi shook he'd never seen a glitch like that. Mystical chains wrapped the hero tight when the creepy elder signaled, totally nerfing his movement speed. Mind wiped destiny, draining XP, and a brutal game over was what that smug faker promised. He loved seeing the guy lagging and stuck. Jiang Yi wasn't having it, refusing to rage, ready to 1v1 this fake god's evil schemes till the end. With pain wrecking her whole system, the princess couldn't even open her teary eyes. Chill. Hype talks were whispered by her guardian into the scared girl's ear, trying to buff her morale just by being there. The Tamer's big brain finally clicked on why they were targeting the princess so hard. The data in her head was a total banhammer for the faker. Super frantic screams erupted from the goblin girl. She was losing it, spamming, "I don't know," repeatedly, triggering a rare soul scan skill. Desperate Jiang Yi swore to carry the princess out of this mess, not dodging the drama in the girl's memory files. The Shook warrior found a messed up clip. A jelly twin bro deleting the true god, cause he hated being player 2. Camping in a closet, Little Sil saw the whole nasty crime go down. The brutal wiping of the girl's hard drive was done by the killer, desperate to hide his hacks and steal the admin role. It was too much cringe. The princess's kid brain to process the tea about the OG protector getting back. Recovering. Lost files came with an epic glow up from a tiny goblin to adult warrior Sil, exposing years of cap. The fake god froze, totally glitching out. He couldn't compute how she hacked the elemental heart against his XP grind. Then came the massive call-out for fragging his own brother, finally doxing the traitor whose dirty secret was hidden for ages. Freaking out trying to bail. The pyramid, the old fraud ran from the kids who busted him. Zero chill for the killer. She prepped a massive punch. Payback for the lies. Had to happen ASAP. A tooth went flying from the faker's face. Princess channeled years of drama into that one smack. She went ham on the fake god, raining hits as the furious goblin gal grilled him for messing with her crew. Bouncing back, she told the faker to look at the mess he made of her fan. Swiping an elemental heart, offing a god, fighting giants, warrior listed as toxic res. The salty old guy dissed his own people, swapping mercy for destroy them all. Now mode, a vibe check on the fakers. Linked to that, ghost weirdo hit Jengi's brain. Energy vibes were too matching to be random luck. Running on fumes, Princess begged. Avenge our god. Save the enslaved squad. Ghost King's comeback was teased by the fraud, tying hero's fate to that creep. Fearless dude wasn't buying that doom and gloom. Jing Yi, clapping back at his foes, lame predictions. Tamer whipped out a purple gem, roasting the old guy for wrecking lives across both races. Total jerk. Faker looked totally shook seeing that mystery rock. He couldn't believe that crazy power source. Real goblin gods, Ghost decided to back the hero up. Seeing an ally, Jungi told the brother killer to spill the tea on his crimes, promising to end his nonsense right then and there. Lunging like a pro, the determined kid attacked, using the ice fire sword to wreck the villain. Crowd went wild seeing the real gods show up. No way. The OG god was back right when things got sticky. Happy tears, totally, flooded the princess's face seeing their ancient idol return. Fading god, Ghost spoke to his crew, dropping some final words before checking out. A ping from Qinlong popped up, distracting Zhang Yi from the drama. A raid by weird winged things on the ice city was reported by a worried pal. The intel about 6 badminsters and a dragonhead defender stressing. 2 beasties were already toast. Do remembered those creeps from Carlos Castle? Puzzle pieces. Clicked. The sketchy vibe of the Ray figured the raid was sus. Just a few noob mobs. A guard felt the urge to snitch to the city boss about the mess going down. Knowing the big cheese needed the tea, a creepy dude popped out of a puddle like a ninja ghost behind the guy. Chilling on his throne, Carlo heard the spicy gossip. Junji's AWOL and his crew is faking it. The minions realized it was the absolute best time to strike while the leader was ghosting. The city was wide open for a beatdown right now. A nasty cough wrecked the press mid-speech. Talk about the worst timing for a sick day. His magic card buzzed weirdly. Zhang Yi vibes. No such thing as luck. Carlo told his boys, I gotta bounce. Put a pin in the meeting. We'll chat later. His card was freaking out about something in the desert, and Carlo's gut feeling is never wrong. The OG Goblin God had a heart-to-heart with the girl. She's so nice the whole country basically stands her. She started bawling her eyes out because he was leaving. Total emotional meltdown. She just couldn't deal. Boom. Golden glow-up time. The upgrade started instantly. She was getting promoted to God status. Right there. It was a whole magical light show. Everyone watching was like, wait, what just happened? Carlos spotted the flash of epic loot from miles away. That glow, definitely legendary gear. He wants it. The princess opened her eyes. Transformation complete. New update installed for the ancient tribe. She went from noob to queen. 0 XP, but she's the boss now. Thanks for the carry, said the new goddess. Tossing him a shiny artifact as a tip. Beating Carlo just got 10% easier with that gear. Zhang Yi did the math. Winning is actually possible now. Carlo went full rage mode. When he got a hint that someone snagged the loot before him, so salty, he swore to wreck the guy. It's on site, he growled. Text from Misbro reminded Zhang Yi to check the news feed. He was having so much fun, he totally forgot his job. Got a jet back to Ice City, he told the new queen. His squad was in trouble and needed a save. He pieced out on his dragon, offering a safe house. If drama sparked, Qinlong was stressing hard about the missing leader. Without the boss, it was turning into a total dumpster fire. A massive fireball zoomed straight at the helpless dude. She barely dipped. Caught slipping. Major lag. Bro buffed the shield. Sahunaru spawned back safe. Main quest now. Back up the squad. Werebats and drags kept spamming the city. Mob count spiked. Tired crew yelled, let's go. Team up or get wrecked. No soloing allowed. Qinlong's bowstring screamed as he prepped. That chunky dragon was basically a game over. Hanyu charged a spicy fire orb, signaling for cover to unleash the big boom. Skyfire rained down. Buzzkill ruined our combo. The squad juked those fireballs like pros. Close call. Enemy dropped a lit pyro. Dragon raged, spitting flames everywhere. That beast wanted to spawn kill the town. Du yelled, peeping, the massive wreck. Jung recalled the pet. No crystals. Wah, squishy. The smart Tamer thought. Use that new loot drop. Peeping the mess from way up high. Carlo aimed at the dude, ready to flex new powers. Insane energy got blasted by the bold Zhang Yi, zapping juice right at the boss. Weird force hit, and the dragon nose dived fast. Monster flopped down. Total fail. Tired, crew, cheered, boss is back and saved us. Jungi really, said my bad for the lag, and thanked the grinders. Du hyped up the base defense, saying we'd be toast without the forts. Worried dude checked the mage. Sorry I bailed. The secret bag was shown off. He knew the squad would flip. Everyone stared at the shiny element rock. That thing was gorgeous. Everyone was shook. Jangi hyped the gems. Wall's gonna be OP now. 54 gems left in the stash after the win. One stone was buff, enough to hit city level 4. Air raid drama, totally fixed. Smart Strot guys said, set traps, keep em out. The squad felt wiped, but chill. They all helped level up their base. Jungi slid to his BFF with some serious deets. Since they were tight, he finally spilled the tea on the intense stuff. Serious dude warned him, a showdown with Carlo is totally unavoidable. The whole city's vibe check depends on winning this massive brawl. So bro turned to his ride-or-die bestie for a solid. She was instantly down to defend her new crib. Zero, chill. That alert triggered a memory of the gold card the bad guys were thirsty for. She totally caught the drift of the question instantly. Big brain moment for the mage. Boom. The fancy card just spawned in her hand. Look at that gold bling shine. Her eyes were basically screaming. Please say I nailed this. They're past awkward trust issues. Owned up to Bai Jiangyi. That's why he kept the relic on the down low. Juicy info on the divine talent card dropped. Via a smart Tamer, the owner can totally copy-paste skills. Now, inside the Super Emo Moon Castle, the minions hit up the boss. Are the monsters ready to raid, or what? Salty Carlos screamed at M2. Push forward, ASAP. No patience left. Waiting game, cancelled. Wrecking the Ice City is now the main quest.